Hello and welcome everybody to Tales on Tap Tavern, a place where good friends get together and share stories of an intense love of unicorns, uncharacteristic fortunes, and a lot of rabbit puns. I hope you're all doing well and thank you so much for joining us. Before we get into tonight's session though, we do have a couple things to go through, so to pop over to Dan for the announcements.
Hi, I'm Dan. Me. This is me. Hello. Thank you very much, everyone. If you tuned in last week and you're coming back for Slice 2 of Feywild Madness, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It means so much for you all being here and showing your support. Just a couple of brief things. If you miss any of our episodes, you can find them on our YouTube channel. The link's down in the thing. We post there every Friday at 7 p.m. UK time, so you'll never miss an episode. Even if you can't be with us here live, can be with us in spirit. We have got some very exciting things in the pipeline as well to announce. We will be moving to our main campaign roughly around the start of December. We will be showing lots of information about that in the next few weeks, so keep your eyes peeled for that on all our social medias. Again, the links to all of those are still down in the doobly-doo. Yeah, again, thanks very much for being here, and yeah, back over to you, Hannah.
Awesome. I believe that's everything in terms of announcements. So let's get stuck in. So sit back, get comfy as we get into tonight's episode of Tales on Tap.
Jesus.
Okay, so as far as recap is concerned, we're really seamless here. Anyway, last we left off, our adventurers, shut up! Our adventurers from across Exandria found themselves in possession of tickets for a Feywild carnival. Some interpret it to be a celebration put on to celebrate your feats of bravery and gumption. Others had a more grounded approach and were sent to stay vigilant, as not everything was as jovial as it seemed. And others simply let curiosity guide their whims as you all appeared outside the glen near the carnival proper, greeted by a flustered small halfling individual with pink hair and wings. Hayden, said individual, created some kind of arcane link between yourselves and your tickets, stating that if you broke the pact, your tickets would no longer be valid. Guided into the main thoroughfare by a small automaton named Tinker, whistling as they escorted everyone through the arched pathway created by Twisted Flora, the most observant of the bunch overheard a conversation about a child going missing and spotted torn bits of parchment.
Hold on, Hannah. There we go. All right, go on, continue.
Lining the entryway. Brushing this slight peculiarity off, you entered, beholden by the sight of dragonfly rides, courts of nourishment, carnival stalls and games, tarot readings, sourceless enchanted music, the big top itself, and a smaller tent in the distance that seemed closed for business. Your time at the carnival had begun. You all began acquainting yourselves with one another, encouraged by an alleged buddy system in place. And despite a close brush with Reggie's blade on Oneirus's part, after calling the Harangun a rabbit, you all began to get to know one another. Lucian decided to approach the skull-painted face of a marionette who animated eagerly and proceeded to read his fortune and laugh as it concluded. Umming and ahhing about whether anyone else wanted to turn, you all decided to go into the bar tent and get a drink, served by a tall furbolg woman with tousles of purple hair. Bottomless drinks acquired, Reggie made his exit in search of unicorns, while Lucian and Freya proceeded to flirt with the bartender. Rather successfully, it seemed. Reggie, having checked in with command, made his way to the closed tent and managed to negotiate with the tabaxi stationed out front, gaining him entrance and using his divine abilities to sense that these supposed unicorns were not, in fact, celestial in nature. Meanwhile, Oneirus struck up a dazzling performance, manipulating the enchanted instruments to up the tempo and enticed a gaggle of satyrs in attendance to whirl around them in a maypole-type dance. The performance ended somewhat ungracefully, but spirits remained high all round. You all decide to regroup and search for Reggie. Falspar using his size to his advantage, I'm going to pretend I didn't say that, and sneaking into the tent. So a tense standoff between the tabaxi and the short centaur, trying to get the carousel to work, while also detecting that these creatures were aberrations of some kind. Putting that to the side for now, you all reconvened and decided to try and relax and have a bit of fun. With Hammer Time Squad and the Bubble Boys setting off to whack flumps out of a bat, Reggie, in a slightly excessive display, managing to beat Freya and acquire a peculiar bean as a reward, and to experience the carnival from the sky within a bubble produced from a massive teapot. Oneros, meanwhile, took note of those in attendance, spotting that there were no young people present, and that the oldest was a Furbolg individual, anxiously looking up a pathway leading to what was noted as the Maze of Desires. Upon inquiry, he discovered that the Furbolg's son and his friend's daughter had gone up to the maze hours previously and had not yet returned. Oneros offered to go and search for them, recruiting the aid of Hammer Time Squad and Bubble Boys, whose ride was promptly ended as the bard's dagger pierced through and burst the bubble, sending them falling, albeit gently, to the ground. Oneros, you began to make the ascent while the rest of you gathered and were informed about what was happening. Reggie's ears pricked up as he caught the sound of childish giggling in the distance, coming from the direction of the maze. And that is where we pick up this session. So,
ooh, exciting.
You have made your way onwards.
We're going in, baby.
To do?
We're going in. So we're all rushing to catch up with Oneros, right?
Yeah, so you kind of had a discussion. The Furbolg gentleman who's informed you where Oneros has gone has left, and Reggie is kind of looking around, and his ears twitched and picked up the sound of childish giggling, and you just see Oneros's form in the distance disappear around the corner.
So, I'm not going to be too swiftly walking in there. I will try to be carefully stepping in, but I will proceed forward. Okay. When I get inside of this sort of maze-like structure, what can I hear or see anything?
Well, before that, I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw as you approach the maze.
Wisdom saving throw. Oh God, this episode starts.
Gonna get off to a good start, guys.
Yeah. 13 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So, Oneros, as you go to enter the maze, kind of carefully looking to make sure your friends are following suit, your mind floods with memories that you believe to be yours, of leading an adventuring party into battle, guiding your friends to victory and slaying the evil at bay. Lyrics and melodies vibrate through your body as your hand itches to grab your lyre and begin to perform. You see a young human gentleman approach you from the bushes in front. He is quite slender, quite tall, and looks at you as excitement bubbling in his eyes and goes, Oneros, is that you? We've been expecting you, come on! And turns to go into the maze further. You feel compelled to follow.
I'll follow. Do I recognize him?
You don't recognize this individual.
Do any of us see this individual? Or...
No, you... Meanwhile, you are all ascending the path, and you see Oneros go in. You don't see... So that encounter was inside the maze itself.
Okay.
You guys have yet trespassed into the maze.
Hey.
What does the maze look like from like an outside perspective?
So as you're kind of going upwards, it just looks like large, like really tall bushes just lining the expanse. It just seems to stretch out.
So it's a hedge maze.
I can see. It is a hedge maze.
Okay.
There is a top to it. It's not just like an endless sort of...
No, there is a top to it. It's probably about 25 feet up.
I don't like that.
I do believe me and Reggie were the next closest
Okay.
to... I'm following like I've been told to.
As everyone goes to enter the maze, I need everybody to roll me a wisdom saving throw for me.
I wasn't going to enter, but sure.
If you're not going to, then that's fine.
I am
Yeah,
because
no.
I am because I want to be hurt deeply, emotionally. I feel like this is where this is going.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Lucian.
Yeah!
21.
21.
That's a fucking 0, baby!
0! Oh boy!
I'll be right behind you with a big 5.
Nice. Okay.
I got a 7, which is a nat 1.
Hey, everybody join the party!
Wow. Okay. Is Lucian going in or not?
No, Lucian's hanging back for a second. It's everyone carry on first.
Don't leave me with these possessed people.
So, Eros, as you're walking in with everyone, you see, you feel something try to kind of flood your mind, but you're able to shake it off. And you look at the others who have almost a glazed look over their eyes. Looking with clear vision into the maze ahead, you simply see a long kind of pathway surrounded by hedges on both sides with various turns, as you would expect in a labyrinth of this kind.
Okay.
But
What can I,
Valspar,
before I start to go in, and do I notice that Lucian isn't entering?
I don't know.
How do you?
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't have followed you in. So if you look back, you'll see him.
So Valspar just turns around to Lucian and goes, "Come on, don't worry about it. We're not going to get lost, are we? I can give us a fairy's eye view."
It's not about getting lost. I'm worried about. It's about I know something about desire, and being offered it in a hedge maze doesn't quite strike right with me. I don't like it.
Fair enough.
Do I hear this interaction?
Yes.
Well, where the hell else do you expect to get it?
To be fair,
look, I've had my fair share of fun in the bushes, but this is a bit.
To be fair, I don't blame you for not trusting the amusements after what you went through earlier.
It's not that, but it's. Look, you can fly. Try going over, seeing if you can see down, seeing if it affects you if you go higher. There's just something wrong with it. Desires don't come this way. At least not in my experience.
Well, that'd spoil the fun. If it gets too difficult, then I'll get us out, but might as well play along.
Right. Fine, I'll do it then. And he takes his coat and goes, and it just sort of like dissipates into this big sort of cloud of red smoke. And these large wings just go.
Oh, there it is.
Back. Goes, I'll look over. If I see anything funny, I'll message you.
Yeah,
and he just up.
Okay.
And I'll continue in.
All right. Lucian heads up over the maze. Valspar, as you step through, you see at your, beneath your feet, almost like at your feet itself, a small red carpet begin to unfurl and follow and just unroll through the maze. Garlands and banners adorn the hedgerows themselves, and you hear in the distance cries and cheers of Valspar, 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 Valspar.
Nice.
Anticipating your arrival.
And is everyone else still around me? Or...
As far as you can see, no.
Okay.
You just see ahead of you this carpet unfurling, these banners, and cheering in the distance.
Okay.
Of course.
I'll sort of go look around and sort of say, "Oh, see, I told you, look. So that you'll catch up."
Eros, you hear what he says, and you just see him fly off. Reggie.
No, I don't want it.
As you step into the maze, you hear a crackle of static. As the button on your lapel begins to glow slightly before a long-forgotten voice enters your mind. That of your second in command. Commander, reports are coming in that the Hair Force are needed. An army of squirrels are raiding a fairy grove and they require assistance. What are your orders, sir?
Oh! Oh, this is so exciting! You see, well, Eros is probably the only one that sees this, but you see Reggie, he'll tap his chest and go, by God, it seems that you have been radio silent for too long. I'm on my way. And he just, like, fucking runs in. And you see him, like, he puts his hand behind his back, clench his fist, and as he clenches his fist, the long pole and handle of a warhammer appears, and he grips this hammer and swings it off his back and just races off into the...
Okay. Freya.
Oh, no.
As you begin to step further into the maze, the natural pathways and hedge-like walls seem to change into walls of a long wooden hut. You see in the distance a fire burning in a fireplace in the distance, ornate and beautiful, but also simple and homely. You approach, and as you approach, you see a small figure crouched in front of the fire. Her deep red hair in bunches on the top of her head, her pointed elven ears poking through. She turns around, sensing someone's presence behind her. Her eyes look up and land on yours, head tilting with childish curiosity. Mama?
Oh, God.
Oh! Holy shit!
Damn. Okay.
I naturally run and drop to my knees in front of her.
Mama, where have you been?
I don't know now, child. And I hug her as tight as I have hugged anyone in my life.
As you hug her, your mind is filled with memories of a life of this individual who you can't remember her name, but you remember raising her. You remember going to orchards and plucking apples from the trees. You remember just family picnics. You remember going to a theatre performance with her one time, and she was so excited and amazed by all the performances going on. But you can't place who this child is. Something is niggling at the back of your mind.
Okay,
Eros, you see Freya run and kneel down only about 60 feet ahead of you. And you see her hug nothingness. You see Faustbar gallivanting off into the distance, this quite smug attitude of about damn time as he makes his way through. Reggie, pulled to arms, bounding through the maze itself, and Aniros, kind of somewhat hesitantly, but also following where he knows he should be, just being led, his arm kind of outstretched as this other individual, this man has like held your wrist and is guiding you forwards. But Eros, you just see a maze. But then you see a flicker of something. You see that childlike form that Freya is like hugging. You see something shimmer and pulse from outside of it, and you swear you see some kind of black inky tendril lash out before it goes back into the form of the child.
And Freya's still hugging.
Freya is still hugging it.
Oh, Freya, can you hear me?
Hello?
You hear him in your mind.
I Still holding the child and with one arm stroking her hair, I turned to look at to see if I can see him.
You maybe a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Perception.
Lucian, can I also ask you to make me a perception check for me?
Yeah.
Can't get any worse. That was a nat 1 + 1, so 2.
You can't see. As far as you're aware, this is a sourceless voice.
Okay, that's a 19.
19.
Mhm.
Lucian, as you above the maze, you see your friends at various parts near one side, and what you see from your bird's eye view or fairy's eye view is dark shadows stalking the top of the hedgerows, watching, prowling, waiting.
They look like when I say 3D, they're like corporeal shadows. So it's not just like images. It's not just images on the bushes. It's actual visible.
So you see, what's odd? They look corporeal, but then all of a sudden it'll shift and glimmer and move, and just it doesn't look like it's wholly there, but there is at least a core form of something there.
Does this look familiar to anything I may have come across in my time?
I don't think it would.
No. With what I got, I see everyone in there. So this maze, is it just like a very normal maze? There's a back, there's a front, there's sides, like it's...
Yes, and there is a center point as well, which has, you can only just make it out. Well, to be fair, you're quite high up. You see just a large fountain in the center. Was marks kind of the halfway point in the maze.
Would I know? Would I recognize that an Eros is not affected, or is he just normally walking around?
You're too far away to get a read.
So, from above, seeing these things, Lucian's gonna. This is why we don't have fun in forests, people. And he's gonna sort of breathe deep, and the bangles around his arms are just gonna sort of hover around his wrist, sort of central, and this pearlescent smoke's gonna start to sort of like seep out of them in like this sort of baby pinks and yellows and blues and all these kind of things. And he's just gonna like throw it across his eyes, and I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on this to see what exactly I'm looking at.
Okay, so you hang on. Let me Google Schools of Magic again. One thing I never know.
There's literally a website for this, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've put it in our group notes as well at some point for my own benefit.
Yeah. So as you cast Detect Magic and your eyes light up, you get. Go on.
I've got the 8 schools of magic up.
I've got it here as well.
Okay, sound.
You are getting readings off the chart. You get abjuration, you get illusion, you get enchantment, and you get transmutation and conjuration. All the above. The labyrinth itself is lighting up like a Christmas tree.
There's no one central. There's no one central like focus of the magic. It's just the labyrinth itself.
If you are honing in on those creatures, actually no. If you hone in on your companions, which I believe would be your focus,
I'd be checking them over to see what's
there is substantial illusionary magic, either in Freya's arms, beneath Falspar's wings as he goes forward, grabbing onto Aneros, and also around the button on Reggie's lapel.
Can I try something, dear?
Yeah.
I'm going to cast thaumaturgy to make my voice boom 3 times as loud.
All right.
I'm just going to shout Lucian to see if anyone responds.
All right, Lucian, how high up are you? I need to know this.
So the maze is 25 feet.
25, yeah.
So he'd probably be about 25 to 30 feet above that. So
okay. Under 6 feet above. Okay. Under 6 feet. Okay. Amazing. In which case, yes. Lucian, you hear your name being called out in the maze.
Sort of flying around looking for the voice I recognize to be Eros. Eros, the chick lives in the chocolate bar. He's going to sort of keep himself at distance and with message just send down to him. So you didn't get affected by this place then? At least one of you has the brain to do so.
The rest of them have disappeared. Freya's cuddling something that's black tendrils.
Yes, another message. Yes, I've detected exceptional amounts of magic from this place. Illusionary transmutation, just lots of it. It's there for a reason. It's a normal maze, which is good. There's a fountain in the center. I feel like you might need to reach that to get there, but I'm not sure how we deal with this place. Any ideas? It's probably longer than a message can be, but...
Can you see the others? They've run off. I don't know where.
So as it's a labyrinth, are they still following the path of the labyrinth as it goes? They're not they're not just walking through things or like stuff.
No, they are following the path of the labyrinth. Freya is the closest. Knelt down in a corner. Reggie's bounding off.
Did any of the others hear me shout out? Would they have heard that as well, or are they too engrossed?
I think they're too engrossed right now.
Okay.
Reggie got a natural 0. So he's off.
How the hell did you get a natural 0?
I got a nat 1 and then I have a -1 on my wisdom save, and I was like, well, that's great.
That's great.
0. Dirty 0.
Yep.
You should eat more carrots. They make your eyes better.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go.
Enjoy your session, guys. Thanks for that.
All right. So doing another circle lap. Can I see where they've run off to? Seeing as he said this, sort of keep an eye on where he is, but how far away is everyone going from where else was?
At this point, so Reggie.
Yes.
This is just to kind of show you where they are. So Reggie, as you are making your way further into the maze, you see a small burrow-sized hole open up in one of the hedgerows and a very familiar face come out. It's like, oh, come on, the stairs this way.
Reggie immediately slows his walk. How are you here? I did not give you any commands. Explain yourself.
I was scouting it out. The Fairy Grove. They asked for our help. I sent out a message to you.
I do not understand as to why you're getting the messages before me. And you'll see, Reggie will have a very visible face of confusion right now. There's a chain of command for a reason.
I don't know what to tell you, sir. It just kind of came to me.
You are a subordinate. You answer to me, not the other way around.
I'm sorry, sir. It won't happen again, I promise.
I shall be writing a full report about all of this. Then in its command, you will be getting no recommendations or commendations from me.
Reggie's
Not
dream.
America's
Reggie's
backstory.
dream is being an asshole boss.
No, absolutely, sir. It's my fault entirely. I mean, after all, we need the Hair Force to be as strong as it can be.
Now you're starting to talk sense. Now, where are these squirrels that are making a bit of a mess around?
This way. And from above, Lucian, you see Reggie has kind of turned a corner and is now making his way. He's almost like a cut-through point, and seems to be ascending on the heading towards the central portion of the fountain.
Okay, so cool.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Oneros is also. They all basically seem to be ascending towards the center at different rates via different pathways. But Freya, the girl in your arms, eventually kind of looks back and goes, "Mama, I think I saw some fairies over there. Can we go see?"
Oh, of course now, darling. That may be a new acquaintance of mine. I seem to have lost
You know
him.
a fairy?
Of course I do, honey.
That's so cool. Is he nice?
No.
Sure. He's fun. That's something.
I can't wait
I'll
to
take
meet
it.
him. Okay, let's go. And she grabs your hand, like tiny little hand inside yours, and just begins to lead you in to the center, like almost skipping with glee.
I'm following as energetic as with her.
Fastbar, as you ascend, like you descend the red carpet. Eventually, you begin to hear a fanfare of trumpets pick up, and you see a gaggle of fairies lining the pathway, looking at you.
Okay, I'll adjust my sort of ragtag stuff to try and make it as straight and stuff as possible. I'll make sure my little short sword is right on my waist and stuff like that. And I'll do like corkscrews and stuff, and I'll start doing like almost an air display as I come in. And then when I get into the center of the pathway, I'll go and I'll druid craft to have loads of butterflies come from behind me.
You see other fairies druid crafting flowers to throw at your feet as you are putting on this display. And this elderly fairy, this old man, graying, long beard curved to a point, and it flicks up. No hair on top, like sunken in eyes, but like kind smile, wearing robes that have holes in the back to cut out the butterfly wings that protrude from his back, dissimilar to your dragonfly ones. He kind of approaches with a scepter in his hands.
Faustball will be going, "Oh, thank you, no, please, you guys are the real heroes. Thank you. Oh, you honor me, thank you."
You just hear choruses of the greatest fairy that ever lived.
Oh, I mean, people are saying it. I've heard people saying it, but oh, please, come
Oh
on.
my god.
You said Reggie's dream was bad.
That's so good.
And the elderly fairy flies up to you and kind of bows his head and just goes, "Fastbar, you have done exceptional service in raising the reputation of all of fairy kind." Woo! Everyone's losing their shit. They're like so happy for you. I bequeath to you this scepter.
I'll drop to the ground, and my sort of wings will lay beside me, and I'll kneel down and hold up two hands.
And he flies down to join you, and in a similar kind of display presents the scepter to you, and looks down at you and says, Now, it has been some millennia since a fairy has been worth wielding this scepter, but you have shown yourself worthy.
I will
Now.
continue to do so.
I am sure you will. Now, as Grand Cleric of the Fairies, I do hereby declare you to be the greatest fairy to ever live.
I'll slowly stand, and at the same time as I raise the scepter into the air, I'll spread out my wings.
Valspar, 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 Valspar.
Valspar will just mutter to himself. I knew you could do it.
God.
Wow.
Meanwhile,
It's just a story of self-belief.
Manifest, guys,
Eros.
manifest.
I assume you're following everyone as far as you can. Is there anybody in particular you're definitely following the path of? You can see them all. I don't know if they can't see you, but you can see them.
I would have followed Valspar out of
You would
anyone.
follow Valspar. Yes, fair enough. Okay, so you see.
Any 1 foot man just in the middle of the path with his hand in the air. No one
Yeah.
around him.
You begin,
Man.
as you make a turn, you begin to see Valspar making weird corkscrews and flamboyant gestures before kneeling on the ground, wings laid out by the side of him, before rising up and holding something. There's nothing in his hand, but he's proudly holding something in his hand. And you hear exactly what he's saying, and you hear him mutter, "I knew I could do it."
If I get closer, does he react in any way?
How close are you getting?
I want to try and get to right next to him.
Valspar, amidst all of this, you feel the hair stand up on the back of your neck as if something's behind you. And you look around and none of the fairies are near you. Like they've backed off, and you see them all begin to kind of cluster together and follow and keep going towards what you can see in the distance to be a banquet table.
In the opposite direction to where I felt something behind me.
Yeah.
Do I remember that 5 minutes ago I was at the carnival?
You do.
Okay.
And it's weird, like something, you have enough kind of awareness, and being the inquisitor extraordinaire you are, you can't help but ask questions in your mind.
Mhm.
And as you feel this prickle, like of this chill running down your spine, you kind of pause for a second.
Can I pause for a moment and go into my pouch and take out the second letter I received?
Yeah.
Just hold it scrunched up in my hand for a minute and look at it. Not as it seems. Can I just try and inspect the crowd and try and do like an insight check on some of the people?
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Can I help with this?
Oh fuck! I'm throwing
I would
dice everywhere.
say Valspar.
I was saying, what's from behind you? Oh, fuck.
It's a 17.
Why are you here? You said you serve the balance.
Do I hear this?
As you're studying everything, words that sound like they're ages away, like they're far away, just kind of, they're in the background of your thoughts.
Yeah.
You don't hear it, but you sense it.
If I can touch him, I'll cast guidance on him as well. See if that does anything.
The spell does take hold, so add a d4 to your insight.
19.
19. As you are looking, inspecting the mannerisms and just you notice that as they all cluster together, they almost seem to become one form. And the way some of the fairies are positioned, it looks like a weirdly quadrupedal form moving in.
Mm.
It's like you're seeing two things at once. But as you kind of clock how this is positioned, I need you to roll me another wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
With advantage.
One's a 2. Second one's better.
How much
Plus
better?
3, 14.
Oh. The DC is 14.
Oh,
Nice.
So,
Nice.
what you see as you focus and you sense something behind you and you sense this magical guidance take over, your eyes clarify. And what you're looking at is not fairies leading you towards a banquet, but a quadrupedal creature stalking forwards, onyx black shards protruding from its spine, tentacles around. It hasn't quite noticed that you have lost focus.
okay.
Do
But
I see
Eros,
this creature?
you and Valspar, as you turn around, you see Eros behind you, and Eros, you see this creature begin to take form. Before it had just been shadow, but now it seems to become a more corporeal form.
Sacred flame.
Immediately Sacred Flame.
Immediately sacred flame.
Okay.
I was going to do something at the same time.
What are you going to do?
So, noticing now that there's this creature, I don't know whether this would be something that's in initiative, but I wanted to bonus action insightful fighting and then attack him.
I'm going to let you guys have a surprise round because it has not clocked. So yes, you can insightful fighting. Yes, you can Sacred Flame. Is it dexterity saving throw?
Dexterity
It is, yeah.
saving
Sacred
throw.
Flame?
Yeah. DC 17.
Okay.
This
That
is
is a
some Stranger
fail.
Things shit.
Fail.
Mm-hmm.
And mine is a contested deception check against my insight.
That's not going to be good.
Oh, no, it's definitely not, because I got a 27.
No. So yeah.
That's a lot of words
Could
you
not
just
have
said.
beat that even
Yeah.
with the nat 20. So okay. So how much damage does it take, Eros, from your Sacred Flame?
14. And as it does, I'm just going to raise my hand. Begone, beast.
Okay. So this spark of radiant flame hurls itself into the hindquarters, of this creature, and it rears back, tentacles like whipping around. And as it does, you see its form flicker, and 2 more of it appear on either side. I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Oh, shit. Do I get? Can I? Oh, wait. Was it just my insightful fighting?
Oh,
that I got?
no. You get to do your thing. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
It'll
cool.
be at the same time.
Okay, cool. And that'll be good. Yes, it's good. 15 plus. Why can't I see that? Plus 8. What's 15 plus 8? 23 to hit.
Hits.
Sneak attack. And as I do, I sort of look back. I sort of notice this thing start changing. I look back at Eros. I look back at the creature and I say, "No one falls, Falspar!" And I
Nice.
take a
Nice.
shot at him.
Okay.
So that's 1d6 to start with. So that's 6 plus 5. That's 11 points plus. Need another d4. So 11 plus 6, 17, 18, 22, 23, 24 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
Ouch!
So as that flame creates a burning hole, your arrow sinks right into the center, almost forming together as they hit. So this flaming arrow essentially pierces the hind, and the creature rears its head, and you see red eyes, 8 of them, across the skull of Valspar. Roll me a history check. Everybody else, you notice Lucian from above, you see Eros and Valspar seem to Valspar snaps out of whatever it is, and Eros immediately goes to produce a sacred flame and hit this creature. you see from the tops of the hedges the shadowy forms you see begin to corporealize and look like they have been called to action somehow.
Oh no.
Reggie. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, how many am I looking at?
You are seeing 2 up top. One by Falspar and Eros, and you see... It's weird. You see shadows still next to Reggie, next to Aniros, and next to Freya.
Don't like that.
No.
Just before we roll into initiative, seeing as I'm doing the circling, I also want to look for the Furball children. Do I see them anywhere? Do I see shadows? Do I, just sort of going around, do I clock them?
You wouldn't, no.
Well,
Fuck.
Have I snapped out of it yet? Or do I still see my child?
You are following your child, and you see her form flicker slightly. You see it this time. Similar with Reggie, the hair individual that you are following, again, their form flickers. The individual guiding you, Aniros, form flickers. I need you 3 to roll me wisdom saving throws, please, again.
Oh, this dice is going in the bin. I'm putting this one in the bin. Jesus.
Oh, God.
I got 7.
7. Dan?
0.
Did you get a nat 1 too? I got a nat 1 as well.
Get rid.
Are we ready, guys? Are we ready? That's gonna cross the.
20.
That's gonna cross the room.
Yay! There we go. We got one.
Aniros, you are holding, you're just being followed, and you're just, in your head, all you could think about is lyrics of regaling this tale that you remember, and you're so excited to perform it, when all of a sudden you are jarred with the thought of, that's not me. These are not my memories. And you see the hand that's holding onto your arm becomes mist, becomes smoke, and sinks into the floor. And you're standing there alone. You've come to your senses. There is no one around you.
Can I have a look around?
You can have a look around. You are at the moment in the middle of a load of hedges. You roll me a perception check.
Okay.
You too. Your nat ones.
That's a natural 19.
Nice.
But I don't know. Perception. Good. 24.
You hear Falspar on the other side of the hedge fall out as he fires his shot into this creature.
Okay. Jesus.
Freya. Just
Yeah.
quickly, Freya. You must have got something in your eye. You shake it off, and the child looks back to you and goes, Mama, I want to meet your fairy friend. Please.
Well, I'm sure he's around here somewhere. And I shake my head. I remember that I only just... It's like... Do I know that she's not real?
At the moment, no. You
Right,
don't...
okay.
In your head, you left her at home so you could see what the carnival was like, to see if it was okay for her. You were
Okay.
just gonna head back and get her. But now you must be home. You found her, and now you are going back to the carnival and are going to introduce her to your new fairy friend.
To be fair, I've been away from the Feywilds for a bit, and the Feywild's a bit willy wobbly anyway. Okay, no, that's fine.
And you rolled a natural 1.
Right.
That's
Okay. I'm sure he's around here somewhere now, darling. Maybe around this corner. And I'm now actually leading her,
Yeah.
believing this story. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Reggie.
No. Yeah.
The hare looks to you and she goes, "Order, sir?"
Well, we have to get moving. If they are around here, we cannot risk the carnival coming under attack by these rogue squirrels. Form up, call in the ranks, and I shall follow. Stay close. They could be around any corner.
As you say, call the ranks, form up, you see the hare reach for another kind of like sandy stone, and she goes, "All right, guys, roll in." And you see from out of the hedgerows your entire hare force
Oh no!
ascending and looking up to you as you guide them onwards towards the center.
If anyone is anyone around, Reggie, that actually can see normally? Because if you do, you see that like he kind of like puffs his chest out and like one tear rolls down like one cheek, and he goes, "Right, follow me." And like his voice breaks, and like the emotion is so overwhelming for him, and like. He's completely enamored by the fact that they're all back, and he is charging the way forward and expecting them to
Just
follow.
are they all back? There are a couple of younger Haringen that you don't actually recognize, equipped in your elite fighting force gear, like sidling up to like. There's probably about 3 or 4 younger Haringen, like next to their what you would assume to be their parents. And they look so excited, ready to go. This is their first chance being part of the Hare Force. And you are leading them.
Oh my god, follow me! And he's...
oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Lucian.
I don't need to write any more insults for him because it's his backstory against fighting squirrels.
These squirrels are about... these are face squirrels, brother. These are no ordinary squirrels.
You don't know about the face squirrels. But Lucian, from the sky, you see... And I don't know if you'd have descended a bit lower as stuff began to happen. I don't know what you would have done.
So Reggie and Freya are heading towards the center. Have they made it yet, or are they still fairly far away?
They're probably about halfway to the center point.
And Eros and Felspar are currently fighting Big Green and Crystal.
Yeah.
And I can't see Eros, can I? Or well, he's not with them. He's somewhere else.
He's not with them, but he's also heading towards
the middle,
the center. But then he's stopped. So they are on one side of the hedge, and then Felspar and Eros are on the other side. They're like almost next to each other.
Yeah. From where Reggie and Freya are, how far away are they from the entrance of the maze? So, like, how much distance is there?
It's difficult because it's a bit windy at this point. I'd say about 70 feet.
Yeah, so in a straight line from where they are to the entrance.
Yeah.
Just plow straight through it. It's 7 feet. Cool. Would I notice that they're still acting weird compared to everyone else? Now there's sort of like been a shift in dynamic of who's acting as what.
Yes, you would notice that Freya and Reggie are still very much intent on heading towards the center. Everyone else seems to have stopped.
All right. What am I going to do with these two? Okay, so seeing as Freya and Reggie are still stuck in whatever illusion they're stuck in, Lucian's going to come down another 15 feet, so he's only sort of 10 foot away from the top of the hedge maze, and he's going to look at the two of them and go, "Oh, I need to get you two out of here. Fine." He starts whipping up his clouds and his pearlescent smoke, and I'm going to spend a sorcery point to twin spell Vortex Warp.
No.
And I am going
Let's
to... And this smoke is just going to sort of like... It's going to like flow down like water and fire all at the same time. It's just going to circle both of them and then...
Okay.
And I'm going to teleport them out of the maze, away from whatever was following them, away from whatever they were doing,
Just for the sake of this, when it's against a hostile creature or unwilling creature, do they need to make a save?
They do. Are they would they be unwilling?
They are unwilling.
100% Freya
They are
would not want
unwilling.
to leave this right now, I have to say.
What's the save?
Alright, hold on. Vortex
Yeah.
Warp.
Can't
It's
say
a 50. It's a con save of 15.
Con save, and I'm going to pick up a new dice.
I think
Use the
Go,
other
go
one.
get the other one.
I'm not using it. Oh, I'll probably, in fact, I'll use this one. What's the, right. So I go and get the one that's rolled 2 natural ones to roll.
Natural 20.
What's the save?
It's a con of 15.
Sick. So that's a 20.
I got 21.
Nice.
This
Fuck this dice, man.
this smoke of water and fire swirls around you two. You
Could
can
I see
it.
any of them, DM, before?
You can't see it, but you can hear Fastbow and Eros on the
No,
other
but
side.
I can't see Reggie or Freya.
No, not right now. But
Okay.
looking up, you see Lucian, and you see kind of where he's casting the spell, in 2 different locations, quite close together, and heading towards the center of the maze. And as it begins to swirl around your feet, you all like Reggie. You bounce up and keep charging. You think that it's probably the squirrels launching an attack. Freya, you have no idea what this is, but you feel this compulsion. You're just like, no, I don't want to go. And you pick up the pace and continue to lead your child onwards. The spell, unfortunately, has no effect.
Alright, watching them bat it away, sort of really engrossed in whatever illusion this is, he's just going to sort of growl to himself and go and send a message down to Eros again and just go, I can't get them out of this. They're in too deep, whatever it is, but I don't like it. These things have got them.
I do.
Well done, roll so fucking well then.
This is great. Reggie's living his best life.
Let's get his soul eaten.
Keep.
At least he'll die happy.
This is it. He would die happy. This is it.
Keep an eye on them. We'll try and get to them as soon as we can.
I have to say that a little bit louder, Steve.
Yeah. Just move your mic closer to you if you can.
I heard it.
Try and keep an eye on them. See if we can do something.
I
Just-
want
yeah.
Reggie and Freya to roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Sorry, I just read the advice coming from the chat.
We
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the better rolling. Oh, okay, that's better. That is a 6 plus 8, which is someone else do it for 14.
14.
Ooh.
Okay. Freya, as you're running away from this smoke that's kind of trying to keep you away from your child, you look back to see where it came from, and you see your child kind of stop, tilt her head, and just goes, "Mama," and disappears into smoke.
Hey,
Oh.
process. Confused.
That hurt.
To which, whether it is actually the child has disappeared or whether the child was no longer there, she's going to grab her blade that is on her hip. And what does the smoke look like? Does it look corporeal? It's gone.
So it's corporeal, and then it sinks into the ground. But you hear, as you come to, a growl from atop the hedges.
Your daughter's
Reggie.
gone feral.
Shit.
However, Freya, in this moment you're collecting yourself, you know those memories weren't real. You know they weren't yours.
Okay, that makes everything 100% different.
But
so
the feelings were still...
Is Phoenix with me?
Phoenix is with you, yes, but it's just kind of been following along.
Right.
Reggie, what did you roll?
What did I roll? What for a wisdom save again?
Wisdom save.
Bam! That's a 16, baby.
16.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So, Reggie, as you are rallying the troops, you look ahead before returning your gaze to everybody, and you see them all on the ground. A memory from your past. You're reliving it before again, smoke, and they disappear.
Oh my God.
Reggie,
The maze of dreams just became the maze of nightmares.
Reggie's hammer just crashes into the ground next to him, and he just kind of drops to his knees. I cannot believe this. No! Do I see anything?
Map change. Map change.
Map changed.
Do I see anything in front of me, DM?
You do not see anything in front of you. You're frantically looking around, and you see Lucian above, looking down at you.
Lucian, as you kind of look at Reggie, his head is kind of dropped, and his ears have kind of like flopped down to the side slightly.
Oh, so cute.
Sad bunny.
And then you see him just kind of like punch the ground and stand up, flick his his warhammer up, rested it on his shoulder, and this just look of pure anger in his face as he starts like scouting around for the closest fucking thing to hit.
Okay.
Anyone that can see Freya sees very similar actually. So she grabbed her blade at her hip, and then this fire sort of rage. So her hair almost like shimmers with the actual heat of the rage that is coming off her. The fact that she now realizes she's been used, and that's not a great position to be in. And even Phoenix, his fur fluffs up with the fire that he is made of, and yeah, there's visible rage radiating from both of them.
Dragon Ball Z shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm just picturing Hades from Hercules.
Burns the maze down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should avoid doing that.
So I'm just gonna reveal
For now.
Matt, just because it's a bit difficult to not.
There's several children missing in this maze. Let's not burn it down.
So,
Oh, I can see it now.
I can see clearly now.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to click this button here and show you all the maze. So I will do my best to control the maze.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you could.
oh,
Probably-
Falspa, did you do that history check for
There
me?
you go.
No. My history's terrible, like 12.
You feel like you should know. Something about these creatures are familiar, but it's almost as though they have been corrupted and twisted into something beyond recognition now. These onyx like shards protruding from its spine, the tentacles themselves, as they whipped up, they have like toothy maws within them, just kind of like reeling as it just in the tentacles
Ugh.
itself.
I don't like that.
But
No.
with that,
This is just
Initiative.
Lucian's fucking desire these days.
We're all just part of Lucian's dream.
and it was all, don't
Wait,
ruin the
is this
ending,
my
guys.
He was the only one that went in.
Has everyone rolled initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it?
25 to 20.
We're not using. Are we using the same initiative rolls as before as we entered?
Yeah.
We are. Or do you want us to
yeah,
re-roll
yeah.
initiative?
Oh,
Well, you
because
didn't
that's
roll
very different. You did say when
I literally just
first
rolled
one, when the first
Yeah,
one snapped out, you said everyone roll initiative. I rolled it then.
Yeah,
It was
just-
much different.
Just
Roll
re-roll
again,
it.
It's fine.
All right, sorry.
Re-roll it.
again.
It's fine.
Sick.
Okay.
So
25 to 20.
20.
20. 20 to 15.
19.
18.
Got some
15
good
to 10.
rolls.
I'm looking for some, but 13 for Reggie.
13 too.
No.
Oh,
Was it? Highest dex. I've got a 12 in dex, buddy.
Oh, I got 14, so that's
Oh yeah, so Lucian first.
Oh, plus two.
Lucian, then Reggie. Ookie dookie.
Gotta be limber.
All right, let me just.
Eros, what did you get?
I got a 12.
Wait.
Oh, cool.
Let's go!
Time to fight.
Valsport, what's your dex?
My dex.
Mm-hmm.
Score or modifier?
Score.
18.
Cool. All right, go first. Okay.
I don't like the look of that. I've just seen the token. I don't like the look of that.
Oh, cool.
I want something more upbeat. Come on.
Ooh.
Upbeat fighting.
Ooh, here we
Up
go.
it for the
Here we go,
TPK.
guys.
Okay. So,
Smoke them if you got them.
first up in initiative, realizing, snapping out of what you've seen, you see up ahead, Lucian, you hear to your right the sounds of some kind of combat. Aniros, what would you like to do?
Right, so I hear them on the other side of the
Mm-hmm.
hedge, basically. Is it thick, this hedge?
You want to see if you can see through it?
Well, more if I can stand on top of it.
Yes, it's thick enough to support weight. I mean, you don't know this, but the creatures themselves are literally on top. So, some of them are.
Okay. Well, so I hear them on the other side. I know I can't go through, but I hear Falspar's annoying voice. He's just left, so
I bet he's still got his
fine.
I bet he's still got his headset on though.
so my when I realize this, I will do a little twirl, look up at a hedge, and smoke is just going to develop me or envelop me, and I missed the step on top of the hedge.
Okay. So you misty step on top of the hedge. You should have control of your tokens. Just let me know if you don't.
Yeah, I am. Can I
Cool.
miss the step up there?
Yeah, you misty step up there, and you look down, and you see this quadrupedal creature, tentacles themselves probably like 10 feet long, rearing up, ready to strike down at the two individuals who are attacking it.
I heard that.
Well, in that case, I'm going to let's see. I'm gonna vicious mockery.
Okay. So what do I need to? What do you need from
Makes
me?
sense.
Wisdom saving throw 16.
Okay. And what language are you delivering this vicious mockery insult in?
Oh, good question. What languages do I know? Features and is it features and traits? No.
Be back in one
It's under
second.
languages.
On D&D Beyond, it's
Oh,
just on the bottom left.
proficiencies. I'm just gonna deliver it in common.
Okay. And what do you say?
And I say, "Oof, you're ugly. You almost make arrows look beautiful." And
Did you twin spell that?
That was backhanded mockery.
Well,
You
let's
guys-
just hope you don't need fucking resurrecting.
So you two hear it, but it's almost as though it lands on deaf ears. It doesn't seem to understand enough to be insulted and harmed by this insult.
Makes sense.
Well, in that case, I'm just going to swing my lute around to my back, so sort of make the strap go in front of me, and take out my oh god, I'm missing everything in my my gambler's blade.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is your action and your bonus action. Would you like to move anywhere?
No, I'm just gonna.
Chill atop the hedge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill on top of the head.
Okay.
Is Aneros
I'm gonna
practically
set it
camouflaged
to-
at this point?
Pretty much.
I look like a Christmas tree.
Yeah. It looks like the gardener's been really lazy and it's
On
one
just one
part of the
spot.
head.
Yeah.
And it's just jutting up a bit. But okay, so you're perched at the ready, your spell landing on deaf ears. Freya, you hear the growl above.
Without even looking at it, I'm going to turn and face step again onto the top of the hedge.
Okay.
And as she lands, she's going to spin with blade in hand and use her bonus action to, as she spins, the blade itself separates into chunks.
I will say to face step is a bonus action.
Oh, balls!
But as an Eladrin, your face step has an additional effect.
Elemental damage.
Dun.
I didn't know that. I didn't look at it.
It's special.
Face step, blah, 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 da, da, da. It doesn't say that on D&D Beyond.
Features and traits. Racial traits.
It just says you can use it 3 times a day. It doesn't say that it
So
has an
what's-
extra.
What Eladrin are you? Summer.
Summer, yeah.
What does it do?
It's like a radius effect. It's like a radius
Yeah,
damage
it is.
effect.
So each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you takes fire damage equal to your charisma modifier.
Oh,
Oh, sick.
okay. Nice. Okay, so it's only a +1.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
So
one
it takes a damage.
Will do.
A damage.
And then I'm going to slice it with my blade.
Go for
I'm
it.
not going to use my bonus action.
You can do that next time.
So that's a +7. So
That's right. She's going to kill it right now. Look.
that's a 13.
13 just misses. So you go to strike at the hide, but it's too thick to pierce through, and it just kind of like rears back and pushes your blade away with one of its tentacles.
Fair enough.
Okay.
That's my go.
All right, Falspar.
Okay. Am I in melee with this thing now?
You guys are probably a little bit further away than that, aren't you?
Okay.
Because neither you were both firing at range, so no, you're not in melee.
Okay, cool. Then I will go up 10 feet into the air
Mm-hmm.
to allow, to get kind of a little bit out of its range. And then I'll kind of try and I'll knock an arrow, because I've got insightful fighting on this thing still, so
Yep.
I still get sneak attack. And I'll kind of whip the arrow, whip the bow as I launch my arrow to try and make it curl a little bit, and I'm aiming for one of its tentacles. that is
Okay.
flying around.
The AC will be higher, but
I'm
Go
not doing a
for it.
cold shot. I'm just
okay.
flavoring.
All right, fine. Go on.
Although now I kind of want to.
Up to you.
All right. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna hit it normally.
hit it.
But yeah,
Fling
if
it
it
that
hits,
way.
it's going through its tentacles. That is a 18 to hit.
Hits.
Should have done the cold shot, but never mind. There we go. So that's another 6. So that's 11 plus. Oh, awful. 3, 11 plus. So it's 17 damage total.
17 damage.
Or 3 1s on the sneak attack.
So as you launch around, your arrow pierces into like the base of the tentacle that's connecting it to its body, and this wound begins to open and black ichor begins to pool out.
I was trying to Princess Mononoke where, when he shoots the arrow and it takes that guy's arms off.
Not quite, but there is a open wound leaking this black ichor.
Okay, cool. And then I will fly with the rest of my movement sort of up onto the hedge next to Onarius.
Yeah.
And I will bonus action hide.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
Stealth 22.
22. Okie dokie.
Oh, very
You-
nice.
Kind of almost using Oneros as this extended hedge.
Yeah.
Down.
I probably hide like within Ineros and then like hear him breathing.
And then you dart down into the hedge proper. Reggie, beside you, you sense movement coming from behind.
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. I'm gonna show that motherfucker.
As before you have a chance to process, because it is not yet your turn, bounding around the corner, this twisted looking creature comes towards you.
Bring your
and
ugly
is
face to
going-
my hammer.
Okay.
But Jesus, schizophrenic.
You see almost like 2 other versions of it bounding along in motion alongside it, and it is going to make 3 attacks against you.
Oof.
The first
Yes.
is going to be with one of its tentacles, as
Oh.
it gets there first and it just attempts to grab you
Okay.
on the head. That is a 21 to hit.
We'll definitely hit.
That is 8 bludgeoning damage and 8 piercing damage as that toothy maw pierces.
Oh. Why did that happen?
Are you alright?
You done?
Off you done.
You good?
No, we're good. We're still here,
Peace out,
guys.
everyone. Thank you for next week.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Apologies.
Pierces
Yeah.
into your furry head. I also need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
I'm not very good at
Save-
those.
Saving throws have not been good on
Oh,
us
what's the
tonight.
DC?
What did you get?
I got a big number.
So
What's the big
Which-
number?
which
I got a
is-
15.
15 just makes it. You
All
feel
right.
your
All right.
mind go fuzzy. You feel your mind go fuzzy, but you're able to just. You are pissed off at this point. You've relived a memory you have suppressed for so long, and you shake it off, but you still have attached to you this tentacle as it catches up as the rest of it catches up and goes to make 2 claw attacks at you.
Bring it, you big ugly fucker.
22 to hit.
Fuck. Yeah, it does.
7 piercing damage.
No, stop
No,
petting me.
bludgeoning even.
Stop it.
However, I don't think a 13 hits.
No. Right,
Okay.
was it 7? Was it
Don't act
7?
so smug now.
Right, was it 7?
7.
Yeah. Sound.
No.
7.
no, as if.
No, like a 13 would hit. God.
Reggie's bleeding from both ears. Like, no. Wait,
Tops or bottom?
The the tear mark before is now just blood pooling.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
Okay.
I'm just having Watership Down flashbacks from this.
Rough childhood, dude.
Got it.
Okay. And that is its turn. So it strikes you and holds you with its tentacle piercing into your skull. Swipes out with one of its claws, misses with the other, but you almost like you're just like something in a vat with like a weird little hat on connecting to something else. You're just kind of there at the ready to attack with a tentacle now as a party hat.
That's fine.
Freya, the one next to you is going to do similar. The tentacle reaches out.
Okay.
That's a 10 to hit.
No, don't hit.
Oh no!
The tentacle goes wide. Your blade, as you... Well, I know you're doing it in your next turn. You... And those chains block it from colliding. It then, in anger, rears back and goes to, swirl round and whack you with its tail. Oh my god, for a natural 1.
Oh.
You scared me.
Lucky.
Chunky fails.
Doesn't hit somehow.
Doesn't hit. It's just getting really frustrated and it's pissed off that it missed you both times and it rears back around with its claw, just swiping out at anything.
I kind of got a smirk on my face at this point because it keeps missing me.
For an 18 to hit.
Oh, bolt!
Shouldn't have said that. I knew as soon as you started that sentence.
Or 7 piercing damage. But
Yep.
as it manages to collide with you, it looks as though the tail strike itself had thrown it off and it begins to fall and it's a last minute kind of reach out to try and swipe at you as it rights itself in the air before landing softly on the ground like a cat falling from a great height.
Okay.
It lands on the ground, snarling up at you. The one next to now, Aniros, Falspar, and Eros is going to look at the one who's just cast this bright flame that's ignited its hindquarters and is going to charge you.
Okay.
So, Falspar, can you just move yourself up?
Oh yeah,
Onto the-
sure. I mean, oh my god, you know what? I just did something really stupid. I tried to move myself on the stream.
Eros, as this creature comes bounding towards you, I need you to roll me a strength saving throw, please.
Sure. That's an 8.
It's an 8. You are knocked prone,
Fuck.
which
That ain't
means that it is now going to go and tentacle attack you with advantage because you are prone.
Nice.
Sorry, 22 to hit.
Hits.
Ooh.
I'm gonna silvery barbs that. That's my reaction.
Yes.
Oh, I love that
There's
spell.
9 to hit.
Oh, let's go.
Clutch.
Oh boy!
Silvery barbs with
Who are you giving advantage to?
I'm gonna give advantage to Eros.
Okay, all right. So, for some, as it goes to, it's got you pinned down, and it goes to just aim straight for your head. Something. It's almost like a scattering of leaves. Kind of shield you from it, and it's put off for a second because its line of vision is blocked before it rears the tentacle away and just goes to bite you instead. That is a natural 20.
Oh,
Brutal.
no.
Yes,
Silvery
no, I
barbs
should have
that.
I knew I should have waited.
Hannah, can I
Yes.
use my reaction? Please?
You're a grave domain cleric.
I'm a grave domain cleric.
Yes, you can. You can. Okay, so you negate the nat 20, but you still take 7 piercing damage as it bites down on you.
I'll take that 7 damage. That's fine.
Yeah, you will.
I'll allow it.
It is then going to claw attack you as on final measure, and that is going to be a 26 to hit.
Yes. Wait, how many attacks does this thing have?
3.
Yeah.
So that is 8 piercing damage as its claw rakes along your side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Lucian!
Yes.
Kill them all.
So I cast Fireball and just burn the fucking place down.
Oh, okay.
No,
Love that.
Butch,
Classic.
I
Classic
support this message.
So, having seen the one that was with Freya's falling down, seen that Reggie, from where I am, I can see them vaguely, can't I?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Kind of above them all. You have sight on.
I am.
You don't have sight on Eros. You have
Yeah.
sight on the creature on top of him. You do not see Falspar, but you see Oneros, Freya, and Reggie.
Yeah, cool. Okay. 3 places at once. Never enough actually people. Probably I've been in before. Fine. Cool. So I'm going to fly. I should measure myself first. It's always good to know. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, it moves as you go. Improvements. Upgrades, people.
Upgrades.
I'm going to move to about here.
Okay.
Just through the power of flight. And
The power of flight.
The power of flight.
Oh, you didn't say Grayskull. That really upset me. Like, on a deep nerd level, I was like,
seeing as Reggie is seemingly getting a bit hit on and not in a good way.
oh no, fella, Reggie's just fine.
Reggie's into that.
Everyone likes a little bit of pain every now and again. Cool. So,
Oh dear lord.
Reggie,
Pain and tentacles. Let's go.
Reggie's in pain,
Episode
but
title.
not physical. Like, mentally and emotionally scarred.
So, to be fair, all I'm going to do is... So, he just waves his hands around a bit and the smoke comes together and it forms the face of, like... You know, like you see a sun on a tarot card?
Mm-hmm.
It forms the face of a sun and the cheeks, like, expand and it just fires a fireball out at this...
I love that. Okay. Amazing.
This thing.
Go!
So, I'm going to roll a dice because I never do that. Ooh, okay, that's a 16.
Was that a dice or a brick that you've just thrown?
They're like
Solid now.
Oh, they're 6.
Nice.
So that is 16 plus 7, so that is
23.
23.
Hits.
Very much 23 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. And then that is
Just got an old box TV and just drawn, like, spots on it and just rolls that.
so that is 12 fire damage.
12 fire damage. Nicely done.
Ooh-wee.
Okay.
As it just sort of fades away and he looks down over it, it's like, thought you could use a hand. Now I've got them. And yeah, that's just my turn for the moment.
All
Keeping
right.
it simple.
On that note, Reggie, it is your turn.
As soon as Lucian goes and says, I thought you could use a hand, Reggie just looks and goes, I got all the help I need. Sergeant Reg, get him! And I will unleash Incarnation and manifest Echo, behind this thing. As you see an echo of Reg appear behind it.
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
Nice.
As my bonus action.
Where did it come from? Did you put it out of your hat? Or?
No, I just kind of like tap my badge again and just kind of like push out, and you see this like echo incorporate like ethereal like version of Reggie just stand behind, and Lucian, you hear him refer to this echo as Sergeant Reg, because there is only one Major Reginald.
All I'm hearing is like the 60s Star Trek like sound, like as it like teleports down to the planet.
Yeah.
Albino rabbit just appears.
So, very upset that I find that things have happened to Reg that he's not happy about. He's going to drag his warhammer like along the ground and swing up with his action for his first attack. Cohen's like at the same time. The echo is going to bring theirs down. I will roll both, but it's sort of like boom kind of attack
from both sides.
So the first one is an 18 to hit.
An 18 does hit.
Which is... That's 7 damage with a smite put into that, because fuck this little prick. 7 plus... 7, so that's 14 points of damage, 7 of which is radiant because of smite. The second attack is not as good. It's only a 13.
13 does not
with
hit,
advantage.
You don't get advantage when an echo doesn't, because it doesn't technically class as an ally. So that's that and that.
Or you know.
Hold on. Can I put divine smite and then an actual spell smite into it? So like go divine smite and then wrathful smite, or does it have to be one or the other?
No, wrathful smite's a bonus action, dude.
Oh, is it? Okay, so I've never played a paladin before, so this is all new. Cool.
Okay.
And then I will move to here to give myself a little bit of a flanking advantage for Lucian next round.
Okie dokie.
And that's
what you do,
Reg.
See, as you miss your second attack from the echo, it vanishes before reappearing 5 feet this way.
Okay.
Using its shifting step ability.
Hate that. Don't like that at all.
Not a fan.
Yeah, why? You could have told us about that, like, before we got, like, tentacle fucked by it.
No. You're just learning each other. You're learning about each other. It's all communication. Exploring what works.
Cool.
What experimentation.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Eros, your turn.
Okay. With this weird crystal, whatever the fuck it is, on top of me, I'm going to look up. Do I see Inaros on top?
You see Inaros, yeah.
I'm sort of going to just give him a nod for as a thanks for the leaf.
You should make like a tree and leaf.
Don't worry about it, buddy. Anytime. First one's free.
I'm going to turn back to the creature. You've made a grave. Oh, fucking hell.
Not easy.
Made a grave mistake, and I want to jam my claws into it. And I'm going to be casting Inflict Wounds.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Okay.
What a fucking spell.
Melee spell attack. Let's go.
Natural 20.
Let's go!
Chunky crits.
Dan, do you have the chunky crits? Because you did not send it to me.
Oh, I do. Can I do it then? If I have them, can I do it? Cool. 6. Sick. What did you roll? What did you roll?
Always a DM.
I love this, man.
For people watching, we implement chunky crits when a player rolls in that 20, which basically means something extra special is going to happen. So,
it's going to be
we'll see what
good.
this one is.
Does this happen on touch spells as well, or is it just...
It's any nat 20 we roll on the... So, If you wouldn't mind rolling me a d20 on the chunky crit table.
Let's go!
20 is a 14.
It's gonna be good.
Ooh! The strike grazes the temple of the enemy, blinding them for 1d4 rounds. So DM roll a d4.
Yeah,
It's 4.
It's a 4!
No. The DM rolls on the that die.
Oh,
Oh.
Why is that? Oh.
Roll a d4.
4.
It's a 4! Look at her face, it's a 4!
It's a 4!
Hey, let's go.
Chunky crits!
Monkey crits.
What's 18 doubled? 36?
Yeah.
Yes.
36 damage.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
36. Oh boy!
It's blind because it's dead.
No, it is not quite dead, but you see as you pierce your claws into it, you draw out a lot of the life force that seems to be holding this thing together. Swirls of black energy cloud your arms, and you pull your claws out, and it looks like a withered rib cage almost, framing the torso of this creature. It is looking badly damaged.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Oh, shit.
It's not surprising.
I need to add a d8 to that.
Why?
Blessed Strike.
That's only for melee. That's only for melee, and it's Blessed Strikes.
For Grave Clerics.
Oh.
Joking, eh?
I
It's a
thought-
spellcasting feature.
It's
Whenever
true.
a creature takes damage from one of your cantrips. My bad.
Yeah. I was going to say melee. Blessed Strikes is only melee attacking cantrips. It's not actual spells.
Cool.
My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. You've done a hefty amount of damage there. Is there anything you want to do as your bonus action?
Felt like
bonus action.
Felt like Wong. What? You wanted more?
I am going to harness divine power
Right, okay.
to regain that second level spell slot.
All right, go for it. That's fine.
Oh, why not?
Fine. It's all good. Okay, you do so. Oneros, you look down at this withered yet still standing, but looking around, sniffing the air, trying to catch the trail of its prey. This creature beneath you. What would you like to do? Top of the round.
I'm gonna look to Falspar and be like, "You got this, Pinky Pan," and I'll slap him on the back, and I'll rush to Reginald instead.
You go to do that. You don't see him, but you saw where he went. You saw him try to hide in you before he went back to the hedge. So you see that.
He literally dived into the hedge.
Yeah. So you don't see him, but you say that, and then you go over to where Reggie is. Go for it.
So I'll.
I mean, you'll see me because I'm above the hedges, so you'll know where I am.
Are you going along the hedge?
Yeah, I'm running along the hedge.
Roll me an acrobatics check to see how well you keep your balance, because while it is a sturdy hedge, it's not like it's a wall. There is still like dips and breakage in some of the foliage.
Right.
Ninja
Acrobatics, that's 19.
Easily enough to do. You on the hedge towards the creature that Reggie is facing.
Right. So.
Did you like that sound effect there, Dan?
Yeah, that was really good.
That's the exact sound speed.
Yes, it is. It's got little bells. The measurements are a bit off on this map, but it's roughly enough, right?
It's fine. It works. It's cool.
I'm just measuring. I think it's up there, sort of. Furthest I can get if I run along the edge.
Okay.
What can I see the other thing that
you look down and you see as it apparates again, snarling at Reggie. right beneath you. Like you literally look down and it's like, oh, cool. So you're here.
I should have had an opportunity attack from my echo, by the way, but we'll get it next
No, you
round.
should not.
No, he.
Should not.
Oh, is it not? Oh, it's teleported. Yeah,
Does
fine.
not
Yeah,
provoke opportunity attacks.
yeah, cool. No problem. My mistake.
Cool.
No doubt.
Just want to fucking kill this thing.
No doubt.
I'm gonna try and vicious mockery this one as well.
Roll me an intelligence.
Figure out the language.
check.
You just do that.
I love that. I love when the DM says, "Roll me an intelligence check."
It's like she's calling you stupid, right?
That's a 12 intelligence.
Give it another go. Why not? Can you do it in the same language though?
No, I'm gonna use it in Elven, but it doesn't need
Elven.
to understand my language.
Does it
For
not?
vicious mockery, no.
It does say that in the spell thing that it doesn't need to as long as it does understand our language. Then
As long as it can hear
works.
me, it doesn't need to understand my language.
In that case, my bad. Okay. Well then, what does it need to make?
16 wisdom.
Nope.
It's like when someone insults you in German, you know you're being insulted. Like,
Yeah.
Fair.
If the target can hear you, though, it
Fair.
need not understand you.
Fair. All right. My bad.
So that's 2d4. So first one's a 3, second one's a 1, so 4 damage.
For psychic damage, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So as you unleash this insult, not caring if it understands, you see it kind of reel a bit, but shake off the brunt of it. It looks as though psychic damage in particular does not do as much as you had initially hoped it would.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna use bardic inspiration as my bonus action.
Okay.
I believe that's a bonus action. Sorry, guys, I have
Mhm.
not played a bard.
It is.
Yeah, it is,
It
yeah.
is.
It is, mate, yeah.
So I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration. And give that to Reggie.
Okay. What do you do to deliver this bardic inspiration?
I can't whistle, basically, but Onira's gonna whistle and say, "Whew, 2 for the price of 1." Well, he's screwed, Reggie.
All right. So you have, is it a D6 or a D8? What are you?
D8.
D8 bardic inspiration.
Very
you there, Reggie.
nice.
Okay. Freya.
Okay, so Freya is going to like whip down her rapier, and as she does, as it hits its point downwards, it does go chunk, and it releases into chunks of metal connected by a flame. And she looks at it as it's just like flopping there as a whip, and then she
So
thinks,
good.
throws her hands out instead, and this bolt of electric energy goes from her hands straight round the neck of this creature.
Okay.
And she's going to cast a Witch Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay.
Let's go.
Is Witch Bolt a ranged attack?
No, it just says 60 feet.
Yeah.
It's a ranged attack.
But it doesn't have a disadvantage one, it just says 60 feet.
No, but
If
you're
you're
still
in
casting
melee.
in melee, unless
Okay.
you have a feat, I
Master,
think.
maybe.
I do have a spell sniper or something.
No,
Yeah, no.
I don't.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Isn't the creature on the floor?
No, they're both on top of the
Yes,
hedge.
it is. No,
I
it is.
thought-
It
I
is.
thought they'd fallen
You're
past
so
it.
right.
It
You're
is
so
on the floor
right.
because it jumped
You're so
down.
right. I forgot to move the token. Yes. Okay. So
Ah.
absolutely. Go for it. Roll your Witch Bolt.
Do it.
Yo! Crits!
Chunky grits!
So here's a question, because Witch Bolt damage continues round after round after round.
No.
Is every single
No.
round? gonna
No,
be-
just the first
Just
one.
no.
Well, so take what we're given.
Absolutely not. You can
Can hear
shut
my
up.
sorcerer who regularly uses witch bolt talking there.
Okay, so that is a 3d12 lightning damage to start off with.
Oh, boy.
So good.
Which was such a good spell.
Love it.
That's 30 damage. Double dice
Oh
is 60 damage.
Oh,
my god. And then roll a d20.
Chunky crits.
Chunky crits!
That's an 18.
So Hannah's face dying.
That's the most damage I've ever done in a round.
That's
One
insane.
shot.
One shot. That was insane.
Foe falls into your the foe falls due to your attack. He takes an additional 2d6 damage and falls prone.
So the force of this lightning, as you channel it down, pins this creature. It its legs collapse from under it, and it's just pinned by the force of the lightning energy. It's like almost electrocuting it as it's lying down on the ground. You smell a rancid smell of charred creature fill your nostrils
Lovely.
as this lightning energy cooks it a little bit, but it is not quite dead, but it is prone.
Yeah, you got 2d6
and 2d6.
Yeah.
Do I do that or how do I do that?
No,
You
you roll the damage for the 2d6.
I can't
Okay.
fucking roll the move this thing.
If I rolled it, this is 10.
So an extra 10.
70 damage.
70 damage.
70 damage in one go.
So that's how you do damage, Jove.
Moving into another campaign.
I mean,
I need to upcast my witch bolt.
I still class mine as a win, so.
Okay. Amazing. All right then. Is there
Done.
anything? That's you done.
That's me done. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Woo! Woo, boy.
Damn.
All right. Falspar, show us what you got.
Okay. I will quickly sort of like periscope pop my head out the top of the hedges. And I'm going to use my bonus action to use Eye for Detail and make a perception check to see if I can see any more hidden creatures that are around this area.
Okay.
That's going to be a 25.
A 25. You look around, eyes peering around everywhere, and you hear more than see the sound of a scuffle on the other side of the maze.
Okay. I don't see any other
You don't
like
see
hidden ones.
any
approaching or anything
hidden ones
like that.
approaching you, no.
Okay. So Falspar's going to go about 10 feet above where he is and do a little 360 as he goes up. And then as he gets to the peak of his ascent, he just kind of lets himself fall back in like a kind of reverse swan dive, coming down directly on top of this thing that is fighting Eros. And he's going to whip out his short sword and just hold it like that. So it's the first thing that hits. So he's almost like a dart falling out of the air.
First of all,
he's blind.
He's blind. I just want you to. Oh, actually, yeah, he's blind. Roll me with advantage.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Okay. Okay, so the first one was an 18. So that's 26 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, and then we've got 9 points of damage plus sneak attack. 9 plus, there we go, that's better. 3, 6 plus another 12. So 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. Ooh, okay.
Let's go.
So you just send yourself upwards before sailing
Do a little
down.
360, always like spiral,
Yeah.
twirl upwards, and then just fall backwards in like a reverse swan dive.
Yeah, and
I
as
saw that.
you use gravity and you pierce
Yeah.
the hide of this creature, you hear it yelp out in pain as it is just looking around frantically, movement slowing, weakening on death's door, but not quite dead yet.
Okay, I'm going to keep my short sword in him, and I'm going to be stood on top of it, riding it.
Nice, nice,
Cool.
nice. Okay.
Kind of like trying to his wings go in different directions as if he's like trying to almost steer it. and like keep it where
And
it
it's
is.
just writhing around in pain, unable
Yeah.
to see. You're just holding on for dear life, riding a weird, twisted onyx shard-ridden displacer beast, which
Yeah.
is what these are
Mhm.
modded versions of.
Oh,
They
I
are
didn't know that.
they are modded versions, yes. Okay, so Freya, the one that is currently being pinned down, you see like the crackling lightning energy still within its core, occasionally like lighting him up like a Christmas tree, like it's on an X-ray machine, and you can see the insides of it before it uses its like half its movement to pull itself back up onto its feet, and it looks up at you, and you see two apparitions of it appear at its side in preparation as it goes and launches a tentacle attack up towards you.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
That ain't good.
Nope.
Ooh, you take 7 bludgeoning damage and 12 piercing damage.
Oh, so that's 12.
19.
Right, thank you very much. Do I need to make like a concentration check or something for my
You
witch
do need
bolt?
to make a constitution saving throw for your witch bolt. If you don't have a warcaster, so it's just straight roll.
So that is 8.
Nope.
You lose the witch bolts. So
Damn
the
it.
electrical energy fizzles out as it lashes up towards you, and you are grappled.
Oh,
As it holds onto you, it looks at you with these 8 piercing red eyes, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
oh, that's that 1 for a 6.
Oh.
The dice
Take
give it, so the dice take it away.
five psychic damage, and you are stunned
Oh.
for the next round.
So I've got
Oh, shit.
19 damage plus 5 damage, and I'm stunned. Okay,
24 plus stun.
good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All
No,
right.
no revenge at all, no.
All right. The one by Reggie now
Mm-hmm.
turns, looks upwards at Oneros, kind of. Is there any other effect of vicious
Yeah.
mockery? Or is
Disadvantage
it
on the next attack.
disadvantage on the next attack? Okay, so it is going to go to claw at you, Reggie.
Okay.
For an 18 to hit.
Is my armor class.
Is your AC. Okay.
That's rough.
Oh, that was shit damage. You take 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
Goes again. That's a natural 19 for 26 to hit.
Fucking hell. Yeah. That hits.
Again, crap damage. 5 piercing damage.
Yep.
And then it's going to go in for a bite
Okay.
for a natural 20.
Fucking hell.
So I'm in now.
Now, let's go.
Well-
Silver about that
Oh.
He's right where he needs to be.
For a 12 to hit.
There's not hit. Yes. I love bards.
Who are you giving advantage to?
one. Yeah, Reggie, let's go.
Reggie,
Go for
let's
it.
go.
Okay. So you have advantage and you have a D8 Bardic Inspiration.
I do.
Bard of the bush.
The one that has Valspar riding it rears up and is going to sniff the air and senses something on the ground still, but is not sure of the exact position, but is going to attempt to strike a tentacle down at Eros with disadvantage. That
Let's go.
12.
Misses.
Yeah.
I like pull back on the sword a little bit as it's trying to like.
You, like, with surprising strength, managed to throw it
Wings
off
going.
enough. The tentacle, like, you know when, like a cat or something, when there's a fly nearby and its tail just kind of goes to waft the fly away instead of actually doing what it's meant to do. The tentacle, instead of going for Eros, just woof, tries and whips you away, but doesn't succeed because you're right in the crook of its shoulder blades. But it's still going to try and make 2 more claw attacks against you. Oh god, that's so annoying. One of those was a nat 20. This Keyleth die is
Not going well for you, no?
15 to hit.
Misses.
Second one. No, none of them hit. Valspar, you are... I want you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw, it's good. 23.
Yeah, so with ease, you are holding with all your might, and occasionally you're flying off, but you're using your wings to keep yourself in motion as this creature just is unleashing this barrage of attacks, but hitting nothing.
Okay.
You Eros from the floor, just deflecting it as much as you can, like moving around, trying to just avoid being hit.
I'm just going to say to Eros, anytime you're ready, mate!
Lucian, over to you.
Cool. Having seen Reggie multiply himself, he just sort of goes, well, you are good at doing that, aren't you?
Can I reply to that as a free action?
Yes.
You just hear, and he doesn't look at you, Lucian, but you just hear Reggie go, this one's all man.
As Lucian notices Freya taking something of a hit herself, he sort of turns to the sword, like, we'll see. And with a sort of jaunty fly away,
I love it.
I'm going to just move to here and just another fireball, just out the one that's attacked. Freya, just keeping it simple. The sun reappears, its cheeks.
Nice.
That is a 13 plus 7, that's 21 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. And then...
I am.
I was saying, this one's taking a beating, right? Like, I mean...
that is... Another 12. Another 12 fire damage.
12 fire damage. Nice.
And I'm just going to keep between the two of them, keep an eye on who's doing what. So he's just sort of flying, keep an eye on everyone. And yeah, that's me. Simple.
Okay.
Nothing too much.
All right then, Reggie.
Okay. So, is this thing still attached to Reggie's head?
No, it's released now.
Okay, cool. Good. So, first attack with the Warhammer, with advantage because of Silvery Barbs.
Yep.
Is a 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so that is...
Remember your D8 as well.
I know. I know. So that's 9 damage with a smite in there as well. So that's 9 plus 6. That's 15 points of damage on the first attack.
What?
I will then use the second attack. For a natural 20!
Oh my god!
Donkey crits!
Donkey crits!
Smite damage? Okay. Right, so, first one, lot of damage is... a bit rubbish, so that's 6 times 2 is 12 damage on that. Plus a smite in there for an extra 12.
Didn't you smite on the first attack?
You can smite as many times as you
Smite
want.
as many times as you want.
As long as you got spell slots.
Did you double that smite damage?
Yeah. I rolled 2d8 and got 6 damage, so I doubled it to 12. Don't worry on it. I am then going to swap places with my Echo.
Okay.
Unleash. I'm going to unleash Incarnation to get an additional attack with my Echo. Oh, I need to roll on my chunky crit table. 1 second.
Do you need to do your chunky crit first?
Chunky crit!
Oh, sick. Sick.
Go on, I need to know.
I want to let the rest of us know, like...
Ooh. Okay. So it says, numbing strike. The creature curses in agony and is unable to attack in 1d2 rounds. So I need you to flip me a coin. It's either 1 or 2 rounds.
1 to 2, 2 to 3 to 4.
2 rounds.
2 rounds, so it's unable to attack for 2 rounds. So I then unleash Incarnation with my Echo.
No,
For a
you have
natural
another natural 20.
For another natural 20. I will take a picture and send you a picture because that's crazy.
Chucky crits.
Hold on. There you go. I'll send it into the group just so that you know I'm not fucking about.
We believe you did.
I'm all excited because this has never happened to me before. So that is another D8.
Double chunky crits.
That is 4 plus 4, so that's 8 damage times 2 is 16 with the Warhammer damage for that, plus another chunky crits is a 19. The foe must make a DC 20 Constitution saving throw or fall unconscious.
What? Are you serious?
Legitimately.
That's broken.
Miracle strike. The foe must make a DC 20.
What happens if you get a
save.
20 on the chunky crits? I don't want to know, but one day that's got to happen. It's going to be they just explode.
I'll tell you all if you want, but like I think it's better when we do it. Yeah. So if, does it fall unconscious?
How do you want to do this?
Right. Reggie will literally be sort of like coinciding his movements with the Echo. And as this blow crushes the skull of this monster, Reggie again moves his hand up and just throws his hammer down, and the earth like erupts in shards of dirt and sinew as this second strike crashes down, and this thing will just fucking explode. And Reggie will just, you'll see that like where he's holding Sir Reginald, not Sergeant Reg, Sir Reginald's grip on the Warhammer. You'll see like drips of blood like from his own hand dripping as he's holding this thing so tight. I will then...
Oh.
Not done yet, love, not done.
I will then use my movement to... so that's my action... Is that just my action?
This action. No, because you
Swap
unleashed...
places. That's a bonus action to do.
Yeah, I think you've done
Is
all your attacks.
Yeah. Bonus actions to do that. So the Unleash Incarnation is not a bonus or anything, it's just a thing, so that's fine. I will then use my movement to, because I've got a height when I hop, right? DM, on your decision, can I make it to there, hopping over that fence? To the one in front
Are you
of...
going from standing?
I'm launching myself over it.
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay. That's a 19. So that's a 12 on the die plus 7.
You clip the top, but you manage to stumble over. You do lose 5 feet of your movement as you do so. Because you have gone up and now you're going over.
Okay, so I land here?
Yeah, about there.
About there. So within 5 feet of the creature?
Yeah. No, just a bit back. You're just out of melee distance. Because you've gone up 20 feet, remember? And you're adjusting yourself down. You're not right by it. You've done enough, dude. You've done enough.
Reggie's after blood. Reggie's out for blood. Okay, fine. No problem. That's me then. I will move
Alright.
to there.
Cool. Good stuff. Alright.
I'll say there so it's not confused. Cool.
Okay, Eros.
In response to Valspar asking me to hurry up, you see Eros sort of grab the creature's head. Just get back! And as he does, he's just going to fire breath straight into the creature's face.
Nice.
The deck save?
Isn't it an auto fail because it's blinded?
It's blinded.
Do I have to make one?
You do have to make one.
Okay, that's a...
Cooked fairy?
No, that's a 23, and I have
And evasion.
so I take no damage.
Yeah.
As I see the sort of flames gathering in the back of his throat, I just yank my sword out and shoot upwards in the air. to avoid it.
That's 18 damage.
18 damage. Oh boy. Hey, Eros. As you unleash your fiery breath,
Let's go!
how do you want to do this?
Let's go!
Sort of grabbing the jaws and trying to splay them as wide as I can and just bring it straight down its throat.
Godzilla style.
So
Weird kiss
sick.
of death.
Freya, not Freya, Valspar, you see as you shoot up away this, it almost looks like bubbling magma from within the core of this creature begin to move around, and you just feel like you see bulges and pressure building from within the corpse itself, and this hot black ichor explodes around. Eros, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Sure.
Oh, exploding bulges was better.
It was coming. And I knew it was.
I'm just waiting
That
to get that
with
first.
disadvantage due to me being prone to stuff.
Unless you got up on your go.
Well, it's still on top of me.
Oh,
when
no,
I
you're,
did it,
yeah,
didn't it?
true. No, with disadvantage then.
That's a natural 3.
Natural 3. Okay, you take 5 points of fire damage, which I believe you're resistant to anyway.
I am.
So
So is that
2.
3 or 2?
2. All right. So, with that, with 2 of these beasts dispelled, at the top of the turn order, Oneros, from your perch atop the hedge,
Can I
and Valspar as you go on,
just get up with my movement,
Yes, you can
please?
get up.
It's just
toss the ichor aside. Yeah. So, Oneros from atop of the hedge, Valspar as you're jettisoning yourself up into the air, you all hear a similar death cry from the distance within the labyrinth itself. And with that, you both see appearing in the center portion 3 individuals. Black ichor on their skin, weapons drawn. They all just appear. And that is where we are going to take a break.
No!
Oh, what the hell are these guys?
Oh no.
Oh,
I mean,
oh, no.
Christ.
I'm glad I do need to pee.
So everybody just will take about 10-15 minute break, and then we'll be right back to it and seeing who or what these creatures are, and see if we can deal with the remaining weird displacer beasts.
Nothing good.
Yeah.
Nothing good.
See you soon. And welcome back. So we're now picking back off in the middle of combat. Well, middle. 2 of these creatures have been disposed of. The weird fey influence of the Maze of Desires has been banished from each of our adventurers' minds. And 3 individuals have appeared in the center. I teleported the wrong thing over there.
Whoop.
Bear with me. So there's 4 individuals in the center.
What? Oh. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. Can't just add monsters in the break. That's not fair.
Along with, and what a similar of these same creature that you guys have seen have been fighting, but this one looks rather wounded.
Which one?
So,
This one.
Sorry. For the people.
All right. So on that note, we're back at the top of initiative. Aniros, what are you doing?
How big of a gap is it between the 2 hedges? Can I jump over it?
I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Yeah. I'll go for it. Natural 19 again, plus 6, so 25.
Easily enough, you propel yourself over, almost like using a bit of a gust of wind as like these leaves like move from the bushes and propel you and provide you a stepping stone over. You land on the other side.
And this thing, this displaced beast, you said that it was hurt already.
It looks hurt, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna drop down on the other side of it. I don't know, I'm guessing I'm taking some fall damage?
If you're just dropping down, yes you will. You are 20 feet in the air, so you take 2d6. 5 bludgeoning damage as you land, your ankle buckling slightly beneath you, but you manage to put yourself upright.
Big legs.
Okay, 5 damage, that's right. I'm just gonna go, hi, sorry to intrude. And I'm gonna take my Gambler's Blade. I probably should have done this in the beginning as soon as I took it out, but I'm gonna set it to +3.
+3, okay.
Yes. So I will take a swing.
All right, go for it.
Let's see, so that's 19, 30.
Hits.
And it's a D8, so max damage 8 plus 5 plus 3, so 8 plus 8 is 16.
16 damage, all right.
And gosh, this with bardic inspirations and everything. I'm gonna use my defensive flourish. Yeah.
Okay. All right, roll another d8.
That's 5. So
you got 5 to your AC.
5 to my AC and an extra 5 damage as well. So 21 first strike. Second strike. It's another 30, 19. 10 plus stuff. And a 1 on the damage die, so that's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Nicely done. So you land, your ankle twisting beneath you, but you recover and you unleash 2 swipes. As you catch like the side of this creature, the black ichor spills from wounds as you then put your blade up in front of you, ready for any oncoming attacks. So your AC, remember that your AC is boosted by 5.
Is this still up?
It is still up.
I mean, screw it. I'm gonna use my action surge.
All right.
And take 2 more attacks. That's even more. That's 21 on the first one. And that's 6 plus 8. I can't do math, surprisingly.
14.
14. And another attack. Natural 20.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Jeez.
I'm
Okay.
not kidding you guys.
We go again!
So,
Chunky crits.
that's not good damage. It's 3 double, which is 6, plus another 8, so
14 again.
14 again.
Okay,
Nice.
and roll a d20 for the Chunky Crits table.
Chunky crit!
Let's go!
9.
We need a chunky crit somewhere.
Okay.
For next week.
So your attack smashes the foe's nose, inflicting 2d4 damage with this strike, and blood streams down the enemy's face.
Nice.
Nice.
Just
Two-
flavor.
Please.
No additional conditions.
No.
Just tasting blood.
Yep, just take
Well,
an extra
yeah, in this
2d4
case.
damage.
1 and a 2, so 3.
3. Oof. Okay.
Every little helps, buddy.
As you have just unleashed this barrage of attacks into this creature, the last one slamming down on its nose, it cuts through the snout and it's hanging off slightly, and it is so close to being dead, but it's still standing and it's staring around at the people around you and at you. Feral. But
Actually, it's an improvement.
Freya, just so I know, what's your dexterity score?
Oh, my dexterity score is a 16.
Rollies.
Oh, okay.
Rollies!
Ooh, rollies.
I got a 19.
Wait.
I got a 19.
Oh!
Rollies again.
Oh, not so good. I got a 15.
I got an 8. So you are up
Yes!
first. Freya, what do you want to do?
Fight
This
for my
creature is
spot.
still beneath you.
Okay, so having extended my sword whip,
Yeah.
I am going to phase step down. So a swirl of flame just whips around me as I phase step down.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bring the sword up and bring it down upon
The creature.
the
All
creature's
right.
head. Pew pew.
It becomes a gun.
That's a 19 plus 7 is...
Hits.
Hits.
19 plus 7.
What it is this hit?
And that is a 5 plus 4, which is a 9, but I'm going to unleash a charge.
Mhm.
So the flames just emanate that brighter as it does extra fire damage.
Nice.
And that's another 5.
Another 5. Nicely done.
So I'm now down beside it.
Yeah, as you face step down beside it, the flames engulfing around it, and it takes 3 points of damage, which I saw your message, not 1. Singeing it a little bit. Your blade strikes into the side of its shoulder, and flame again. It wreaths down the sword and fills a wound, and it just begins to char and burn and cauterize the wound, but still dealing at quite a lot of damage. It is looking rough, but it is still somehow alive.
Actually, you know, that kind of impresses Freya a bit. She's like,
Fair play. Hardy fucker. All right. Okay. So, Aniros, the creature that you've just unleashed attacks into looks around and looks at the person who's just dealt it the most damage and is going to unleash all of its attacks on you.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Should have stayed in the bush.
It was safe in the bush.
Roll 20!
Life.
Oh no!
Rebobs!
Oh my god, man. Has there been a round
Yeah.
without at least 2
Yeah.
natural 20s this game?
It's always the keyless die. Go on, you still rebounding?
Yeah.
All right.
Go
Come
on.
on then. Okay, I still think it hits. That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
What's with your +5?
Yeah. Still
Okay.
hits.
Jeez.
You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Say again?
20.
Did you say 20?
20 bludgeoning.
Oh.
And 10 piercing. I need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Bad news bears.
I'm gonna give myself advantage because I can because of silver barbs.
Can you give it to yourself?
Yeah.
On saving throws?
Uh,
This is the next roll. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, go for it.
Well, that's good because the first one was an 8. The other one is a natural 19 for an. Let's see, what's my saving throws? 19 for an 18.
You succeed. You take no additional psychic damage.
Oof.
But it's still going to come in with 2 claw attacks at you.
Ooh.
16 to hit.
Does not hit. Misses me.
Second one does not hit either. It's so injured, so wounded, but the tentacles strike hits, marks true. You feel your strength drain as it does a significant amount of damage to you. However, it is unable to land its next 2 attacks. With that, Falspar, you have shot yourself into the air and you spot in the center next to this well 3 individuals. I need you to roll me a history check with advantage, please.
I had a feeling that might be the case. So that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You recognize the garb these individuals are wearing. You notice, you even swear you recognize the weird, tall-looking owlbear individual. Long white hair framing their face, this pointed beak, as they are carrying, like, they've got their, like, huge, dense, muscly arms, and you know the name Bryn comes to mind. Bryn of the Unseelie Court. Black energy and purple static is swirling around the feet of these 3 individuals. But what would you like to do on your turn?
Okay, so I'll continue to shoot up in the air and kind of fly over these 2 hedges here. So how much up would I need to go basically to get out of this bit?
So the hedges themselves are 20 to 25 feet.
Okay, so it's about 15 feet to get up to where I could see them. So that's where I am. And then I'll go I'll just fly over the top towards them. And as I sort of crest the other hedge and see this thing, I'll use my bonus action again to do insightful fighting. Okay. So I need a deception check, please. Well, that's cocked. That's a 21.
8.
Okay, cool. So, and I will take a shot at the final remaining, the other Spacer Beast. Oh, it's not great. It's still a 14.
14 just hits.
Cool. And so that's 10 plus 10, 13. So that's 23 points of damage.
Falspar,
Yeah.
Do it.
how do you want to do this?
Yes!
Sort of seeing the people who I think I recognize from the Unseelie Court, I'll dive over and I'll start to go to the ground. I'll knock an arrow, and I'll put it out to the side of me, and as I touch down to the floor and onto my knees, I'll just release the arrow to the side of me and then put my hand on the floor.
Nice.
As if I'm bowing to them. Similar like wings.
Down.
But then I'll just release the arrow as I land.
As you go down.
Out to the side without looking.
Okay, so the arrow itself pierces the hindquarters of this creature and Oneirus, you see the tip of the arrow emerge from the mouth before it keels
Nice.
over and flops to the side and dies.
So
Just going-
good.
Time to make some roast displacer beast.
Okay.
I'll have you
And
know
as
I'm a
and
vegetarian.
as I land, and as the thing sort of slumps over, I'll just look up at the unseelie members, and I'll say, "Felspar, at your command."
Okay.
Oh.
With that.
Sorry.
He looks up at the unseelie members and says that.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Little bastard.
You didn't hear it?
No, I know I didn't. No,
I hear it.
I heard
Oneirus, you heard it. But the individual here, paper white skin, the similar that you saw on some of the some of the patrons of the circus, cracks of black veins around their face, dark sunken black eyes, like dark black paint running down their face, a crown of dark flowers, like dark pinks and blacks, like create almost a mantle of sorts from their shoulders, their long blonde hair covering their almost naked form, save from it.
As soon as the word naked, he's like,
Nice.
"That's what I was waiting to hear."
A cloak, a dark black cloak wisps around them, and they look to you, and in your mind you hear, "I sense that you serve us. Go, get the other." And as they look to you and turn, they immediately disappear from sight before re-emerging over here. And they are going to reach from the pocket of their cloak and pull out ash and shards of bone before blowing it, and a spectral hand, like a skeletal hand, emerges and goes towards the displacer beast in front of Freya as they cast Chill Touch.
Nice.
Oh. So they're attacking the displacer beast.
They are attacking the displacer beast.
Okay.
For now.
That's ominous.
Oh, I'm on the edge, man.
I can't tell what's going on.
Okay. So you, Freya, and Reggie at the corner of your eye see life force again being drained from this creature. It's still standing, it's hobbling, it is so close to death, but it is still there. And they kind of look down, look at you. Huh. Interesting company. Before just standing at the ready for what they're next about to do. The creature, however, looks to Freya, looks behind, moves back slightly, whips out the tentacle behind them, while at the same time, as it goes to turn, striking you with its tail simultaneously. The one on Freya is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oof.
Just.
Hold on, I've got so many tabs open, bear with.
Not fucking AC of 14, dude. Alright, it hits.
Okay, I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. I've got a minus to that. So... That's 0.
Okay. You.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
You take 7 bludgeoning damage as this tail sweeps your legs from under you, and you are forced into the hedge before collapsing onto the ground, not prone. Meanwhile, the tentacle will go for them and is going to hit. So they take. Intelligence save from them succeeds. Okay, so you see the tentacle latch onto this creature, like the changeling's shoulder, and pierce through the cloak before beginning to kind of like try and draw out, and you see them close their eyes and squint. This psychic pain struggling to they're struggling to shake it off, but they eventually manage to, and they just glare and gnarl their teeth, and you just see pointed fangs emerge from their mouth as they just snarl back at this creature. Lucian, it's your go.
Having seen the one stood down here, would I recognize anything? Out of word of mouth, just things of that nature. Just not
roll me a history check.
Not intensely, but kind of. That's a 7. I could have picked them out of a fucking lineup.
They're just very strange creatures that you've not encountered before.
Very strange creatures that don't dress particularly. Well, excellent. Sort of seeing this other being appear at the end of the maze and attack the displacer, attack the beast. He does not know it's a displacer beast. Like an eyebrow cocks as it's strange. It's strange if somebody appeared.
Sorry.
Really enunciated that cocks then, didn't
what I do. But nevertheless, they seem to be helping, so he's just going to come around here, still 25 to 30 feet up, and 2 Eldritch Blasts.
All right, then. Roll to hit.
First one so the first one's a 14. That's
just hits.
Yeah. The second one is 22.
Hits.
Cool. So that is 5. And then, come on. So that's 5 plus 7. So that's 12.
12 damage?
12 damage.
Lucian.
Hey.
How do you want to do this?
No.
So he sort of builds up the pearlescent, baby-colored smoke in his hands. And as he lets it go, and it just sort of like careens into this thing, it'll sort of stop for a second, and then it's like its leg will just go. It'll start turning to wood, and like string appears in the joints, and it just sort of gets, and then falls to the floor like a puppet. And it's now like it's dead. It doesn't matter what happens to it, but it's now just this placer puppet on the floor.
Yeah. This lifeless creature, the wooden elements held together by like black sinew, just crumples to the ground, unable to have the strength to keep standing, and just dies. It dies.
Does a death.
It does
As
dead.
the springs up,
Before we move on, does it disappear?
No, it doesn't. I'm just removing them so I don't forget. The bodies are still there.
Freya is going to want that.
Oh,
Make a lovely evening gown.
Okay. If that's your turn, Lucian.
yep, that's everything I'm doing. That's me.
Reggie.
still with the momentum, as Reggie like lands and starts running, he'll see that where the enemy was being just through this hedge. Reggie's going to like curl himself, like forcefully leap through the hedge, like Warhammer first, boom, roll out, and hopefully get to the feet. Fucker here.
Okay.
I will roll whatever you need me to roll to get through that fucking hedge.
Roll
but
my athletics check.
Okay.
it's a 16.
Okay. You get snipped by a few branches on the way, but you manage to push yourself through and do end up in melee range with this creature, yes.
Fine. I then, at the same time as me moving, I'm moving my Echo.
Okay.
Half its movement to launch itself over here. I want it to land on this hedge here.
Okay.
If I can, that's what I want it to do.
I don't know.
It has the same, it has 30 feet of movement, and it can move up, down,
Yeah.
jump, do what it needs to do. So
And it moves wherever you want to, so it's
Yeah.
not like it
I don't
needs
need to make a
athletic
check, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll leave it.
okay.
If it's
so-
wrong, doesn't matter.
Sam, let's do that.
It's there now.
Do I recognize
She's a booty.
Do I recognize the creature in front of me? Given my thing.
My thing.
You recognize the garb.
I recognize the
not
garb.
The creature.
Okay. Eat this. Reggie gets his warhammer and he swings it full bore towards her head. And as it gets to an inch, he just stops it to there. And he goes, "You got some explaining to do."
Okay.
And then depending on its response, if it responds the way I want it to, great. If not, I will then have the rest of my actions.
So you're holding an attack?
No, because it's still my turn. I don't need to hold it. I'm waiting for its response.
They look down. I know you. Your orders. They're interesting, aren't they? Have you received them yet? And that's her reaction.
Okay, then I bonus action rabbit hop. Hopefully quick enough that nobody else hears it. He just like fucking bonus action rabbit hops. 15,
all right, where are you going?
15 feet. Over here.
I'm so confused.
So that'll be my remaining, that'll be my hop onto the hedge and then remaining movement to the top.
Back. Yeah.
So that's my bonus action. That was one of my attacks. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. Eros. You've shoved this creature off of you. You've stood to your feet. This kind of the previously bubbling ichor is now cooled. And you just kind of wipe it off of your scales. What would you like to do?
Not knowing what's happening at the minute, and the last thing we knew was everyone else was heading towards the center. So I'm just gonna make my way there, which gets me to about there, I think. 30 feet.
Yeah, it'd be about there. Yeah.
Can I see this creature? Yeah.
You can. So you see
Yeah.
a 1 foot tall fairy with deep blue skin, gold filigree almost tattooed onto her face, a crown of horns protruding from her scalp, a like tattered, almost swampy dress, and like very long fingernails, and she's with very broken dragonfly wings just hovering in the air, looking around.
Okay. Can I gauge, based on their body language, what they're wearing, whether this is likely to be something that Erithis will agree with these individuals, or are they likely to...
Roll me a religion check, I think, is probably the best call for this.
Okay.
A very odd
That's
request.
18.
18. You know deep in your heart that creatures of all kinds are welcomed by Erithis so long as they exist in balance. You do not know the situation or the circumstances that have brought these individuals here, so you cannot say for certain.
Okay.
But just from appearance alone, you're not going to be like, oh no.
Yeah, they've got no iconography that says they're... Okay. In that case, as I come round the corner, I would like to hold a sacred flame.
Okay.
Just in case someone does something against people.
Okay.
And as I come around the corner, who are you? And what brings you here?
You see this very flighty looking individual look over at you and go,
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, I don't like that.
No.
I do.
That was fun! But this owlbear figure looks at Falspar bowed on the ground, nods before looking to Aneros, and begins to step forward. And just is towering above you. This is probably about 7'5" individual, stocky, large build, like muscular arms, clawed claws, and is like raises their arm back to almost chokeslam you against the hedge before looking back to where the changeling disappeared to, and doesn't do anything else. The blue fairy creature giggles and corkscrew flies down towards Falspar, like almost like similar to how you were earlier, Falspar, like clambering through the tent, kind of like does a similar thing, but on the ground next to you, and she goes, "Hunter."
It's his fucking wife, I knew it!
Oh no, it's the missus. Run.
Falspar's just going to look over at them and just say, "It's good to be back amongst family."
Before she and goes up to Reggie and is just swirling around your head.
These ones are all right. They're not with the circus. I'll just say to, is it Bryn? I wrote it down.
Bryn, yeah. Bryn is the one near.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative?
I am going to say, as everyone is either holding their action or not doing anything, we are now out of combat. But everything is still, unless Freya's going to do something.
Freya wants to determine. I'm going to do a solid insight check. But what I'm looking for is whether this person is with the Seelie or Unseelie court. Because if I can tell that, depends on whether I'm going to attack this person or not.
All right, roll me an insight check.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fairly good. What's my insight? My insight is +3. Okay, so that's a 21.
Unseelie.
I'm gonna attack this person. Sorry. I know that's maybe not what you guys want.
Good luck.
Kill.
So I am going to put both hands forwards, and this flame reaches forwards to them. I'm going to do Scorching Ray.
All right, so roll me 3 attacks, please.
3 attacks?
Scorching Ray is boof, boof, boof.
Oh, is it 3? Oh, dude. Okay, sorry, I didn't read that right. Okay, so that's 2d6, but 3 of them?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, you have to make 3 attack rolls.
So that is an 18 plus 5.
Hits.
18 plus 5.
Hits.
17 plus 5.
Hits.
I like this dice.
Say that now.
Right, so 2d6. That is 7. Different makeup of a 7. And a 6.
Okay.
A 20 total.
Yep. These 3 blasts, one to the shoulder, one to the sternum, and one to the leg, are unleashed from Freya's hand. And she looks down, looks up at you, and immediately fires an ice knife in your direction.
Oh no! Nobody's got time to react, have they? Nobody's close enough.
No. 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. 4?
Hang on. Need more dice.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate when DMs say that.
Oh, that was shit damage. 13 points of damage. Cold damage.
Okay, Is it my turn then?
More stuff.
What's everyone else doing?
Doesn't the Ice Knight?
Oh yeah, it does. That's true. So that is a dexterity saving throw, please. No, it's a good call. Good call.
It's one of my favourite spells. Can't let it go. Shit blows up.
Dexterity save?
Sorry, what?
Dex save.
Dex save for what?
The ice knife.
The ice knife.
Oh,
It explodes.
As it impacts, the shards themselves shatter.
oh, so you need me to make a dex save? Okay.
Dex
Yeah.
That's a 4 plus 3. That's a 7.
Question. So as you upcast it, the initial damage increases, but does the area of effect damage also increase?
I don't believe so.
Not unless
Believe
it's
it does
something.
something.
All right. In which case, that's an additional 7 cold damage.
Okay.
What's everyone else doing? This is at the moment a 1v1 combat. Lucian and Reggie. I want to know what you're doing mainly.
If I see that Freya attacks that thing and it attacks back, Reggie backflips off the hedge, interjects and interposes between them, standing and just holds his shield behind him towards Freya and his warhammer up towards the thing. So it's kind of like that, and just goes, enough!
Bridging the gap.
Enough of this!
Okay. Lucian, what are you doing?
So, yeah, having seen Freya just unleash fire on someone who is, to his mind, completely unsuspecting, he's going to, still keeping sort of 5 feet above the maze, maybe dropping down to 30, so he's on hedge level, just sort of flies around this way and looks to Freya and goes, "What are you doing? Why are you attacking someone we've only just found?"
They are against us. What do you mean?
With that, Freya, you see out the corner of your eye a zoop and a tap on your shoulder. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Saving throws have been against me this game, I just want to say.
Do it.
Okay, so wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a +6 in wisdom, which brings it up to a total of 8.
Nice!
Reggie, as you're looking back, and Lucian, you are too, you see Freya's form shrink down and a small bunny is in its place.
Oh, yay! Reggie's got a new friend!
A new member of the Air Force.
Yeah! I shall indoctrinate her immediately.
You have been polymorphed.
Do I know that I'm now a bunny?
You, as far as you know, are a bunny.
Okay.
I look at the fairy and I look back towards the big lady in front of me. I suggest you turn her back. She does not know who you represent. Turn her back now. She's one of us.
She'll be turned back when we all reconvene and talk properly. I do not appreciate these measly spells being thrown my way.
You prefer a warhammer? Forget I said that. And he just turns and Reggie walks and picks Freya up and just picks her up and just kind of looks down and goes, "I remember I used to be your size once. It's all right, she'll grow into it."
As Reggie, Lucian's going to sort of take his place and just come down, wings fall back in as the coat comes back over his shoulders, and he's back to himself, and he looks to the woman or whatever he's staring at in front of him and goes, "I do love the pink, I have to admit. I have to."
That is so good. It's
Sorry,
just...
he
I apologize for her. She's... Actually, I don't know. I've met her for all of today. Lucian Oddpaw at your command. How can we help? Why are you here as well?
Demisa of the Unseelie Court. Pleasure.
Back in a minute.
Let's head to the center. I think there's more going on. And she gestures towards going round to return to the center. Reggie carrying Freya, you all reconvene in the center portion.
Question.
Yes.
When I was polymorphed, what happened to Phoenix? He's been absent this entire game, but because I forget about him.
Oh yeah.
What happened to him? Did he
Phoenix
disappear?
is bumped out of existence right now.
Okay, that's fair enough. Just so I know.
While all this was going on,
Mm-hmm.
this fountain, can I carefully inspect it to see if there's anything untoward
You
about it?
absolutely can. Roll me a investigation check, please, if you're going up close and investigating it.
Do it, do it,
This
do
is
it.
what you were
Meanwhile-
just describing. It's not an exception.
Okay,
Meanwhile,
well, that's
the
going to be
Pharaoh's
8 less.
Gonna look at the Alba and be like,
9.
"You, my friend, aren't all."
Fair play.
Kind of cocks her head slightly and just like, I'm aware.
Do you hoot as well, or is that just regular owls?
Do I hoot? You want me to hoot?
He meant
No,
nothing by
I'm
it.
just
Bryn.
asking if you hoot. You know, ooh, ooh, kind of thing.
I knew it.
Well, it's just a question.
I would
It's not-
listen to your friend if I were you.
So I guess not then. That's fair.
Would someone care to tell me what is going on?
I think we're all about to find out. Actually, it seems we're not alone.
Valspar,
Yes.
as you're looking at the fountain, and it honestly, so you're looking, and it's quite pristine water. It's a lovely little water feature, but even only with a 9, you're perceptive enough to notice that the water itself, it's not flowing in a way that you'd expect it to.
Okay.
There's something going on, something off with the water mechanics. Something's glitched. But it's not all there, but you don't know what it is. You can't pinpoint it with that investigation check, unfortunately. Is anybody else doing anything before we...
Well,
Just so
noticing that there's some weird shit going on with this fountain, Felspar will just go, that's probably not a good idea. And he'll pull out his water skin, open it up, and dump it on his head.
Okay.
water the ground.
As Reggie
Yes.
kind of... Sorry, go on.
Just so I know how to play this, am I playing a bunny or am I playing Freya?
They're a bunny.
Shrunk?
You're a bunny.
Okay, just so I know how to play this. All right.
As
Yeah, so I just kind of tip the water on my head, maybe put it on some of my arms, my hands, wash off the displacer beast stuff.
Mm-hmm.
as Reggie walks in, he kind of like walks in to see Eros and on Eros and Falspar, and just holds out Freya Bunny and goes, "Take a look, ain't she cute? Oh, little fluffy, and she got her long ears
And
and
I
things."
think she's red. I like to think she is like fire red.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. It is a bright red bunny.
Who's that? Friend of yours?
I just
Lots of
found her.
fun.
She is adorable.
It's that's Freya. She got a little bit carried away, so she's a bunny now.
And I kind of put her on the edge of the fountain and step back, and Reggie just like lifts his foot up, lights a match off the bottom of his foot, and like lights a cigar, and just kind of like sits back a little bit from the group.
The
As one last thing, as Eros sort of enters and asks this question as well, after he sort of dumps the water on his head, Felspar's going to look over to Eros and kind of look up at the sky, and then kind of gesture to the people who have just arrived. Like look
Okay.
up to the sky towards back above the carnival
Mm-hmm. Okay.
where we had a conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
The changeling individual with the mantle of black and magenta flowers looks over you all, and Reggie and Freya Bunny, from the ground, you notice that her feet are not actually on the ground. Her bare feet are hovering a little bit above the ground. And as she looks down at you, Freya, and then to the rest, eyes lingering on Falspar as he dumps water onto his head. This is an odd collection of individuals. What are you doing here?
I mean, I was going to ask the same. Owl, bear, Perry, and... Would I know that she's a changeling?
I don't think you would have... No.
To be honest, I have no clue what you are, but you're interesting as well. We are searching for kids that have been lost here. You haven't perhaps seen?
I believe
anyone?
in that case, we may share similar goals.
Sounds a little bit creepy coming out of your mouth, to be honest.
It sounded creepy coming out of yours too.
Fair enough.
You ain't wrong.
Yes, if you're going to say we're looking for children, you should probably not say it like that.
Now, if I get my friend here to restore your companion, will you assure us that they will not make any attempts to harm us? Not that it would do much, but...
Honestly, no. She seemed to have attacked you pretty quickly from the off. And as he's saying this, he's like prestidigitation to just get rid of all the scorch marks and like the black off her, and he's just sort of like dusting her down a little bit, trying to preen and prune and sort of get back into some sort of good grace. And when she's a bit cleaner, and he sort of brings all 6 fingers back, and he's like, she said she seems to have a problem with your particular court. So
I see.
Oh god, you're from the courts.
We're from a court.
Well, that's it, guys. Sorry, I'm out of here. And I'll start walking.
Stay where you are.
Ross,
I've been excused.
I'll keep walking.
Okay, I need you to roll me.
Tried to warn you.
What the fuck is the save? Hang on. Bear with.
Second bunny. This is going to be a green one.
is there a bell going? Is that on the thing, or is that?
No, this is
Wisdom.
Yeah, well,
Wisdom
can we?
saving throw.
Right, I thought I could hear something. I was
I
like,
apologise.
what's wrong?
I apologise.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, just up my saves. 22. 21, sorry.
You feel your muscles tense from the soles of your feet upwards, but you manage to shrug it off and you continue to walk.
Yeah, no offense. Courts are really not my thing.
In front of you, the fairy individual leaves Falspar's side, flutters behind you, and just looks at the hedges, and you see them begin to reach out and block your exit. And she goes, "You'll be leaving anytime soon."
Oh, God, and this is exactly why I don't deal with the courts. Okay, so which one are we?
We are of the Unseelie Court.
Fair enough.
If that seems to be an issue with your friend over there, and gestures down to the bunny.
Oh, that explains the bunny form. I thought she was just going to be adopted.
I did just tell you why she looked like that. Do you not pay attention?
That one's been on edge since we got here. She reeks of the mortal realms.
She also has a sense of the summer on her.
As Belfar says that, like Lucian sort of like glares at him a little bit, like he still doesn't appreciate the whole mortal realm thing.
She looks over to where the fairy has blocked your exit. And she goes, Titanias, turn her back. And you see the fairy just go, oh, but she's so cute as a bunny. And woof, you reappear as Freya. The owlbear beside you, looking down, a snarl across their lip. Well, in their expression, their beak is just kind of cocked to the side a bit, but stares down at you, daring you to make a move.
Can I insight check Freya to see if she's afraid or angry?
Absolutely.
Can I? Insight.
No, yeah, just a straight up insight. Yeah, go on.
Can I determine where? Do I remember everything that's happened? Him carrying me and everything that's been said.
Yeah.
Do I know everything that's happened? Okay. Yeah. Okay. With that, then Freya is going to Freya's going to hold what she's going to do.
Okay. What's your insight check?
28.
28.
I got 19 plus 9.
What does he read on Freya's expression as she collects herself, like twitches her nose a bit?
As she returns to form, you read upon her face, she's reading the room, determining that she is other than that is in the room, and is choosing not to act in her own best interest. That is
does she seem like hateful towards these people, or does she seem afraid?
Oh, 100%. No, afraid rather than hateful.
Okay, cool.
Is the expression. But now that is being transferred to the rest of the group, as she is determining that you guys are with them. So, yeah.
Okay, I get you. Cool.
Yeah. So you see this expression of fear pass over Freya.
So I would like to have my echo walk the top of the hedge, like back and forth, just kind of like throwing its
like
warhammer
doing a patrol
up.
around.
Yeah, and like throwing its warhammer up and down, looking at the group, throwing it up and down. And then every now and again, like as he throws it and drops it, he's gonna like hit the bottom of the where its feet are on the hedge and just scatter like leaves onto like the owlbear, and then just playfully more than anything, but just like poof, fuck off. Like throwing as it just kind of like walks around the edge of this hedge, and as it gets to where Falspar and the fairy is, it'll go to like, he'll swing his warhammer down, but obviously nowhere near those two, but like maybe between them, catching it again, and just walks in a circle around the edge. Yeah. And yeah, Reggie, however, will be with his back leant against the hedge, smoking his cigar, not really paying mind to anyone, not really concentrating on what anybody's, or seemingly so. He looks, and his appearance gives off that he's very nonchalant, not really asked about what people are doing. He's like, you know.
Felspar will kind of start flying forwards towards this main person with the mantle.
Yeah.
Kind of flying forwards with his arm out like that, almost in like a kind of mid-air bow. And he'll say, can't speak for the rest of this lot, mistress, but I am here on request of the Queen of Air and Darkness.
You do see a flash of disgust upon her face.
And I have much to report about my findings in this circus.
Who are you, small one?
Falspar. I'm an agent of the Unseelie Court.
Titanias, is this the one you sent word out to? And she kind of flies up. She goes, yeah. I saw his work for the Seelie, and I thought, hey, let's reach out to this guy again.
I've laid in wait for word for many centuries. Well, a couple of centuries, but I'm ready to do your bidding. The suspicions of the Unseelie Court were correct. Something is amiss here.
Yes, I believe you're right. I've also heard whispers. I was sent by the Queen herself as well to investigate. I'm sure you are more than capable. Yes, Horned One?
Yes, Mistress, was it Lucian Audible? Just so we're all on the same page here, what exactly do you believe is amiss this circus we're at?
Titania. Normally, when we throw this carnival, we collaborate, we communicate, we put it on together. However, something's gone wrong, and the Queen, our Queen, the rightful Queen, is suffering. Titania, she has stolen the Onyx Gem. We believe she's using it, and it is corrupting her and everything she holds true.
So that explains...
Nothing. It explains nothing, as Titania is the rightful queen.
Freya, please, let's not jump a line of fire before we have to die. So,
Lucian's right, Freya.
Child of the Summers. You've been away for too long, my dear. You have no say in who is rightful heir.
Neither does it seem you.
Falspar has currently, after flying towards them, has now turned round to stand with them with his arms crossed.
Okay. All right.
Would someone mind explaining all of this? Sealy, unsealy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I don't mind, good buddy, but maybe now's not the right time or the place.
Don't have time.
I don't mean to be rude, but you kind of interrupted me. What I was saying, good friend, is when we're out of this here predicament, we can have a good conversation about the political aspects of this here place. Thank you. And he just kind of like nods his head back and then just doesn't even like break eye contact, just like takes a puff of his cigar and like blows it in her direction. Not like aggressively.
Like his hands just go across his face and a wing just bats the smoke away as it comes towards us. Did none of you learn how to speak to anyone at any point in your lives? Whatever you think of these people, clearly they are from a much more powerful point of their lives than you are. If you don't want to die now, I suggest you shut up, listen. Maybe we'll be able to do what we want to do here. So, where is this gem, mistress?
Eros, in mention of the gem, the Onyx Gem, your mind rushes back to the dream this morning that you awoke from.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That statue with the Onyx Gem that seemed to draw all light into it. Oneros, stopped by spikes and thorns blocking your way out. What are you doing?
I'm gonna be honest here, guys. I'm just here to save some children who has gotten lost in a maze. That's all. I don't even want to be here. Politics aside, and with all due respect, I don't give a shit, right?
I love this guy.
I didn't even want to be here. I got a letter, and apparently when you get a letter, you get here. I just want to enjoy a circus whilst I'm here, make some connections, maybe get a few gigs, and then I'll go back to my life, right?
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, absolutely.
While he's doing that, sensing
My job.
the closest thing to an ally as she has in this circle, she's going to face step next right. So she's not going to hurt anybody by doing that, but she's going to face step right next to him.
Okay. You face step next to Oneros. What's your insight?
Terrible. 11.
11. You can't. You're right there, Dan. Am I boring you?
No, I'm just shocked.
He's
I'm
offended.
just
He's
shocked.
offended by that.
Oh, fucking dare you!
You can't get a good read. You don't know if he just really doesn't give a shit, or if there's something else. You can't get a read.
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to look out for ulterior motives and things like that, and I'm just really struggling to find one with him. Or like...
Okay. All right. She looks first at Lucian and she goes, Demisa is my name, not mistress.
To be fair, he calls everybody mistress.
My apologies.
He's not wrong. It's a habit of mine.
No worries. But Green Eladrin of the Feywild, are you not? You're Spring Eladrin, and yet you hold no allegiance to the Seelie.
To be honest, I don't. Politics are confusing. They bore me. It's a bunch of people chatting and eventually killing each other. I want to make music. I want to earn gold. I want to drink. I want to sleep in a nice bed. I couldn't care any less about the Seelie or unseelie courts.
And yet you stepped into a maze to save some children, in which case you are, whether you like it or not, sharing our goal. Our signs and our clues, Falspar, was it, have pointed towards here as being a central hub of activity, the center of this labyrinth. I do not know where the children are.
Can I drop a coin in the fountain?
You absolutely can.
I'm just
Do
gonna
so.
take out a silver coin and chuck it.
You chuck it into the fountain, and it looks visually as though it keeps going down, but you hear it connect. You hear it land on some. You hear it like settle to the ground much sooner than it looks like it's going for. You just hear a soft like rustle muffled by the water itself.
Now, I'm no wizard, but that seems odd to me.
I'll turn to just off the page where I wrote her name down. I'll turn to Demisa and I'll say the disappearances seem to be localized around this maze, but aberrations have been detected in the carnival itself.
Interesting. I hadn't picked up on that. Where?
In the unicorn carousel. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself properly. I'm known as the Grand Inquisitor of the Seelie Court, but that's a position I attained after having been sent on my mission. And I'll nod over to Bryn.
Mm-hmm. Bryn kind of nods and looks over to Demisa. I was there when he was sent on his mission. And then you detect that something is being said telepathically, but you don't catch what it is, and you see Demisa kind of chuckle for a second. Ah. Well, I guess it's time you prove yourself once again.
I remain loyal to our queen, even after all this time.
She needs it at the moment.
This makes Freya smile.
Freya, you see the fairy fly up to you right in your face. And she goes, I don't like you one bit.
Feelings mutual. Bug. And she looks up and down before she says bug.
Oi. Less of that.
You see Titanias like freeze up as Demisa has raised her hands slightly and just rolls her eyes. Goes, enough of that childish squabble.
Yeah, I agree. She stole my line. I don't like that.
I'm going to cast message to Aneros. What side are you on?
I honestly don't give a shit.
And I'm gonna say that out loud.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, clues, saving children, focus.
You. I don't believe I know your name. And looks to Eros.
I am not from here. I was
Really?
just asked to be a champion.
I see Arathis has touched your soul, and she gestures down at the scales on the amulet around your neck. You wish to see balance as your mistress decrees. All of you, investigate the fountain.
Felspar dives into the fountain.
Dives into the fountain.
Yep.
Roll me a perception check as you into the fountain.
I'm sorry, what the fuck just happened? What? No.
22.
22. You go into the fountain. Your movement significantly slowed as you cannot move your wings in with the weight of the water, but you use your arms and your legs to propel you down to only about 5 feet below a metal grate with holes that you would likely be able to fit through, but it looks weird because the water itself should be leaking through the holes. It stops.
Okay. Can I put my hands on the bars of the grate and just put my head through the holes to see?
All of a sudden you can breathe fresh air. And do you have dark vision?
Yes.
All right.
Oh wait, do I?
I don't know.
He's asking you, dude.
Don't.
Fairies
I
don't.
think fairies.
No, I don't. I apologize. No.
So you're at the moment just staring into darkness,
Into a
downwards.
dark void.
But you can feel a breeze coming from below.
Okay.
I send message.
Start kicking my way to the top.
Who are you sending it to? To Falspar?
To Falspar.
Okay.
Is everything okay? It was in your mind. So.
Okay. Well, we'll say it was when I was still down there then before I kick back up. And I'll say, I suppose it's quite dark down here, but there is a bottom and it just kind of, the water stops and there's some kind of tunnel. Can't see anything though. I'm coming back up. Give me a second.
Confused, I'm going to wait until he gets above the water before I cast the spell magic upon the fountain.
Okay. I need you to make me a spellcasting ability check. So D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Wisdom modifier is that's good. That's 19.
Okay. You see, as Falspar emerges from the well, the owlbear looks knowingly between you two, a glint of something in her eye as she looks to Freya. And Freya, as you cast a spell magic, runes begin to glow around the edges of the well as holes open up and water spills into the area you were in, and it reveals a grate about 5 feet down. And anybody who has dark vision can see that the tunnel continues to go down for another 20 or so feet. But that is what you see as the water is dispelled.
Valspar comes flying out one of the gaps that the water came out, as if he's at the bottom of a water slide. Could have warned me. He'll like do his wings quickly just to get him, just to dry him off. Just like a couple of quick beats.
I had a feeling that this was not as it seemed. Sorry, I should have warned you.
It's okay. Freya, whatever you may think, whatever loyalties you think you might have, this isn't about one side against the other. Something is definitely wrong here. I know you feel it too.
I am, of course, for saving children. That shocks me, genuinely. And she genuinely looks towards, is it Bray?
Bryn.
Bryn is the owlbear.
She looks towards her, and she kind of like does a little half nod, but not a full nod. She's like, it genuinely shocks me that you, of your kind, would be interested in such matters. But as our allegiances align at this time, I'm okay to be non-hostile.
I think that is probably wise. And
for both.
You see Titanias kind of look at the water around, and she's kind of like splashing in the water that's kind of gone, that's filled kind of the area you're standing in. It's, to you guys, it's nothing, but to Valspar and Titanias, it's quite deep. So she's kind of like stomping around playing, before Demisa kind of looks at her and she goes, Titanias, please do something useful, and gestures for her to go towards the grate. And as she does, you see the dark blue on her hands turn to a purple and then to a red, as the bars themselves begin to heat up and bend as she casts heat metal.
Nice.
And begins to weaken the bars themselves before looking up at Bryn and going, I could just, buddy. And Bryn just kind of
got none of that.
We
didn't catch that.
That was too high pitched.
Yeah.
I just said I could do with your strength there, buddy. Before Bryn kneels down and giant clawed paws reach in and heave the metal grate off of its hinges before throwing it to the side. It kind of
it's probably
slightly.
better that you do that than I. Good chat.
As he says that, Lucian just looks and goes, Aneros, really?
Oh, I thought she was talking to me.
He always thinks
No
we're
one's
talking to him.
No one.
Well, you're talking to me.
Always. Honey.
Valspar, you seem the most switched on amongst this little group. Go.
Valspar takes off.
She looks to Reggie. Oh, go on.
No, I was just say, as she does, he like Lucian just turns around and goes, I honestly didn't know anyone could make him better. Well done.
As I begin to descend down into the hole, Valspar pulls out a tiny little hooded lantern, probably about the size of a thimble to anyone else, and like twists a little thing inside it. And the fire, because it's so small, it's almost crackling. It's like, there's like kind of a stroby, sparky like element to the lighting, and I'm going. Bow with a knocked arrow in one hand through two of my fingers, and I'm just going to scan the space with the hooded lantern.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage. She looks to Reggie. I don't understand your allegiance, but my friend seems to. Your orders, they may not have come through from their side, but from ours, it's save those children. Now get in.
He just kind of like takes a long, hard pull on his cigar. Looks for somewhere to put it out and like just flicks it into the water near her feet. Like we're talking like an inch from her foot, like.
Okay.
Playing dangerous games.
I'm waiting.
Or?
Well, usually when you want somebody to go and do your dirty work, at least you could say fucking please.
Please.
I'll take it. And he just like runs, hops, and as he hops, he kind of like flips upside down. And as he's like, because he's got a fucking launch for a rabbit, man. He like launches himself about 10 foot above the well, and like it's almost in slow motion as he flips upside down. He looks at everyone else and goes, "Well, come the fuck on!" And it's just like drops. I
like to imagine his ears flat to kind of thing.
And then as he falls down, he'll just like flick like his hand again, so his warhammer appears back in his hand, and he just like launches it down to then the momentum flies him down like Thor the fucking hell out of it. And as he gets to the bottom, he will slam his warhammer on the ground to kind of break with that impact to break his fall.
Okay.
I mean, it's about 35 feet up, so okay.
Falspar, as you're kind of like beginning.
Oh no, he's down there.
Travels through. You. First of all, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
100%, dude.
Squashing the bug.
Me?
Squash the bug, yeah.
Alright, well, I got a 17 on my perception.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw, 17 again.
Okay. You manage to move out the way, but you feel this, well, as you're looking around, tunnel that leads on and on and on. The walls of it begin to reverberate as the sound of the hammer colliding with stone rings out across the tunnel itself, deafening you slightly. It's like a gunshot's just gone off in your ear.
You never heard of the fucking subtle approach?
Do we hear it up to us?
Yes.
We're just gonna go, oh, a shot.
No, I don't suppose you have.
I'm
You should
sorry.
use those soft feet of yours.
I'm sorry, little fella. I didn't mean to scare you. You all right? You don't seem the type to frighten quite easily to me.
No, because I usually hear people coming. But now, so will they, whoever's down this tunnel.
Give them a good chance to get a head start when they fucking run.
You got a lot to learn about hunting people down.
So have you. And Reggie just kind of like flicks his hammer back and like as if he's sheathing it, but as he like lets go, the handle just dissipates.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
First of all, just back up. All clear. There's a tunnel. It leads a long way.
If I see Falspar's gone, Reggie's gonna fucking bolt down the tunnel.
You're gonna bolt down the tunnel.
Yep.
Okay. What's everyone else doing up top?
When they've disappeared, I'm going to say, and why aren't you investigating this if you're as powerful as you let on?
I mean, quite honestly, we were going to follow you, but if you do not want our assistance...
Oh, honey, I'm good without your assistance, but if you wish to accompany us, feel free. And I gesture towards the grate, like for them to go first. Just like
You see that she is at her wit's end, but has a mission on her mind as she looks towards Teredis, who flaps her wings and joins and heads down
Okay.
Satisfied?
It takes more than that to satisfy me, but
Yes!
keep trying. As I head down.
She's
Okay.
learning.
Head down, yeah.
Honestly, you haven't spent 2 years amongst them. Well, 2 centuries in. It's a lot worse than that.
Is the how like far is the drop?
So it's 15 feet to where the grate was. No, it was 5 feet to where the grate was, and then an additional 15. So it's about 20 feet down.
So do I take 4 damage? Because I just jumped down.
Will take full damage if you just
Fair
jump
enough.
down. You
Let me
take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait, who is at the bottom when I land?
No one.
Good to know. No one sees how haggard I look.
Everyone else up top, what are you doing?
Come on, you lot.
So I don't mean to be presumptuous or seem like I'm asking for favors, but this fucker, and I kicked the displacer beast, took a toll to fight. Any of you fine folks have I don't know, any magic that can sort of help me take this fall a little bit better? And I glance down into the well.
She kind of looks down the well and communicates somehow to Redis down below. And then you hear echoed and amplified.
2 high pitched.
Do I pitched?
I've got you, don't worry.
Inside check.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Inside check.
inside check that.
I mean, this is
17.
let's see, what's my insights? +8, 27.
Holy shit.
Mischievous, telling the truth.
Falspar just takes off his hip like a roll of rope, and he throws it to an Arius. And as you catch it, I mean, it's barely thicker than string. Like, you kind of look at him like,
Is it
What am I supposed
dental floss? What are you?
"No,
Do I
it's
have
rope.
something in my teeth?
No, it's rope. Don't worry about the thickness of it. Any rope Falspar weaves is the strongest rope there is."
He's definitely said that before.
Not to be an asshole, and I mean this.
Then don't,
genuinely.
and I'll just take it back off him. Enjoy your fall. Oh,
Fair enough.
Wow.
And I'll sort of sit my ass on the edge.
Mhm.
And I'll drop.
Okay. At this point, Lucian, you are kind of tapped on the shoulder by the owl bear, who kind of, like, you're kind of in their good books at the moment. You haven't done anything to aggravate them, and just kind of gestures down, and just goes, "Together."
I do like something big and strong. Of course, why not?
And you guys, you three, go in
Mhm.
and begin to fall. And as you do, you feel beneath your asses soft clouds as Titanias casts Featherfall, and you all gently lower on seats of cloud to the bottom. And the Demisa looks to Eros. "The balance you seek, I believe it's that way." And it's just down.
How can I know to trust you?
You can't. But Arathis herself has sent you for a reason. We have been sent for a reason. Your friends are, well, some hesitant, aligned with our mission. You want balance? Stealing children and stealing is not in favor of the balance.
Our goals may lead us in the same direction. But if they differ, I will not hesitate.
I'd expect no less, child of Arathis. And you feel magic kind of swell as she vortex warps you down quickly, following suit. You all find yourself at the base of this tunnel, bar Reggie. There is no Reggie in sight. You look around, those with dark vision see the tunnel's expanse continue on in the distance. Anyone with proficiency in survival, can you just roll me a survival check?
Does my half proficiency count in this?
Yes, I do. I have.
Reggie as well, if you have proficiency in survival.
That's a 26 for a nat 20.
Woo! Nicely done.
Reggie does not.
All right.
Another 17.
17?
That's a 4.
Okay. So Falspar and Freya, as you land and you note the direction that the tunnel's leading in, you think above the direction from which you came and you notice that it is heading back towards the carnival itself.
Oh, okay.
You, Falspar, with your small hooded lantern, are looking around and you see drag marks on the floor heading out of the tunnel. Reggie, you keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys, I assume, begin to traipse through the tunnel, trying to figure out where your Harangan companion is.
Just out of curiosity, so I don't know, I need to see him, don't I?
No, you can't see him. He's gone.
No.
Just before we set off, I want to pull a torch, just so I can see.
All right. The tunnel itself, as light kind of engulfs the area you are in, is moist. There is a small stream in the...
Sorry. Sorry, dude.
Everyone loves that word.
There's two reactions to that word, Natalie's and mine, and it's just...
Tell me more.
Two different reactions.
The moist tunnel.
Two different types of people here.
The moist tunnel. That's
moist
what
tunnel.
piques Dan's interest.
Yeah, so you go into the moist tunnel. No, but as it's illuminated, there's the occasional droplet of water hitting the ground, but it then begins to dry out.
You're trying not to laugh now.
We're sorry, guys. We're tired.
I'm trying to wrap up.
Anything.
So, the further you go into the tunnel, it begins to dry, and the rock and the rubble around you cracks, and it looks as though this tunnel is freshly dug. And not efficiently dug, but it's done its purpose. And you all, in the darkness, continue forwards. Reggie, nowhere to be seen, you all keeping an eye out. Your new and Sealy companions following suit. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh, that's a good place to start next week.
Can I just say, anyone that is with Freya does see how fucked beat to shit she is. Like, she is bleeding from the ear. She is like...
Hey man, I
she
ain't
is like... She is just holding on. Hint, hint, hint. Right?
You're a druid.
Oh, yeah.
You got healing spells.
I do. I'm not that type of druid, dude. Right?
But with that, I believe that I will just end by saying that if the world flooded, it wouldn't matter to a duck. But Dan.
Sick. That was so good. Guys, stick around. We are going to be just passing this wonderful audience. You have all been very, very wonderful all night. We're going to pass you over to another D&D stream. We're going to go and raid. Please stick around for that. Go and show some love and support to another small streamer. I have been searching through the list. We've got ourselves a smallish streamer, 8 viewers currently, so we're going to go over there. Stick with us.
Who are we raiding, dude?
We are raiding a streamer called D20 by the Sword, who are currently...
Let's go!
So, stay there, go show them some love as we go and raid them, and peace, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Please say hi from us.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I'd say bye. It's, we're going in like 7.
We're gone.
6.
Oh, okay.
5. Anyway, bye, guys.